It's 8:30. Go live. Firing up. 8:30. Going live. I'm live? I'm live. Okay. There we go. Took a second for the YouTube transition. Okay, let's pitch back. Fire this up. Because, while I have bamboozled you, chat, not really. If you've been following, you know that I'm still at AAR, so we're not actually going to see any of the new raid stuff for a long time. But we'll try. But a new patch did drop a couple of days ago, but there may still be some queuing. Yep, 81. So we're going to be here for a little bit. Before I jump into VC, we might not get some response right away. I think Lucky says he has to go eat, so I don't know if he's doing that right now. Or if he's still yelling in Discord. But yes, with new patch content, new stuff dropping, and so on and so forth. My plan for today, primarily, is to get back on doing MSQs. Possibly with the side of continuing the Hildebrand stuff we didn't really get to last time. Because we did dailies and a lot of unlocking of dungeons and stuff, which is good, and I will probably have to get back in. Oh, okay, we're already going in. 81 wasn't that bad. Hey, guys. But, basically, the MSQ point is for two primary reasons. One, I talked about this last time, but you'll notice I am still slowly leveling, which means I am unlocking the milestones for new Dragoon abilities that I can't unlock until we actually... I can't actually take the skills and talents and stuff until we actually get to Heavensward. The second thing is, obviously, while it is important to do a little bit of grinding for dailies and tombstones... Tombstones? Tombstones is something completely different. Some of my stuff real quick. Let's take a step back. My little pudding boy. It's another reason to go do stuff. But as I was saying, in addition to the Dragoon stuff, wow, my TV. I'll probably think it's less loud when I actually get in the VC with the guys. But it's fucking huge loud to me right now. But what I was saying was that, in addition to the, eventually getting to actually doing Dragoon stuff, I also, hey, I'm never going to be able to do, like, the new story raids and stuff that drop if I don't eventually catch up on story stuff. So that's kind of where I want to be today, for most of our work here on stream, is continue to do MSQs and like I said, maybe Hildebrand, because that's funny. Those are great reactions for on stream. And, hopefully not too much of the anything with dailies or whatever, and we'll see. And if you want your brand new content, I am sure that Loth and Lucky will be doing some stuff whenever they don't need to stop down and help me out. So we can have great fun there that way. But yeah, and I don't know, like we may end up doing some dailies. I need to finalize my gear set and stuff. I don't have any of the actual like armor bits yet. I think it was mostly just the weapon and the accessories. We may end up doing that tomorrow because I don't believe Axe will be joining us today. I think he's in the middle of moving, but he might be able to do it tomorrow. So tomorrow's my free day, so we might do some grinding off camera. For once, actually. That, we're playing 9 more million hours of Barotrauma. We're very flexible, chat. But I'm going to put my ears on and go fire up into the VC, I think. Lucky hasn't even fired in yet. I think Loth is still waking up, but I will put my headphones on and sit in the VC to wait for them.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, Loth just posted that he's in queue, so he should probably be in faster than me. Ow.
There he is.
Alright, he's joined the VC. What the fuck do I do? Callison, going to the place, doing the stuff.
How's your summer been, Loth?
But hey, I got to play Carcassonne yesterday. That was fun.
Carcassonne's
Yes,
cool.
what's up?
Inventory sanctuary.
Nope.
Food's ready.
Food's ready. Pizza's here.
It's not the right response for that sound.
Yeah, you have got the right pizza place.
Your pizza places arrive with a beep beep of microwaves? What are they, the Deliverator from Snow Crash?
Yes.
I've heard many car
Okay,
alarms
damn.
that sound just like that.
Okay,
True,
Omega,
I
I will
guess.
have to have a bit of a word with you about the title of your stream.
Nope. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, but you can't even do the raid.
I know. Chat has been
Neither can
bamboozled.
I.
But hey, marketing. Listen, I am a genius.
Well, maybe we'll hear you and Lucky stream about them.
Maybe. I did talk about that. I don't know if any of you guys were actually listening to me speak earlier on stream, but yeah. My personal plan today is to mostly do MSQs so that I can, in fact, someday actually catch up to the raid stuff.
I was, for my personal taste, I think the music could be turned down like 5-10%.
Oh, is the stream balance a little loud? Let's try it out. Okay,
Just
where
a
we at
little
right
bit.
now? Yeah, I think the Elgato's
Look.
up a little bit. Let
As
me...
far as I know, she's got huge tracts of land.
I have seen the internet. It exists. And, spoilers, I talked about this with, Lucky off mic a little. Nophica has been trending for quite a while for me. On Twitter.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll talk to you.
Staying.
Yeah, I'll go to the Lotus stand.
I
I'm
don't
not sure why I have
remember
to
where
talk to
any
a
of my
guy
key
to let me in.
bindings
It's. Think of it as he's the door to the solar.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just thinking in my head, but it's like, why do I gotta talk to a guy? Why isn't there just a door? Anyway, let me just track through your water.
Can you just imagine? It's like, okay, talk to Connie Center, you just fucking kick some water at her.
Hey, Loth, do you have the meme for
Which
Lucky's
meme?
message? The one that relevant to Lucky's message.
Lucky just yelled, "I'm at soup!" I knew he was getting food.
Well, I found one.
Let me explain to you what happened to you in Thornmarch. I got DC'd, but I managed to come back before the fight ended, and we won. True story.
Yeah, that was awful. It felt like a fever dream. They were playing Nightmare Before Christmas adjacent music.
Correct.
I'm not sure how it is if they revamped the extreme version, but yeah, no, it used to be in the song, it would tell you which Moogles you had to kill first.
Interesting. So we're trapped in an internal cycle. They keep summoning primals. Whatever will we do?
It's simple, we killed the Batman.
Well, apparently it is still all the Asians' fault. So can we like punch them into a different dimension? Can we put them in a box and move them out of the way?
It's a bit difficult to do considering they can just fucking teleport.
It is true. Also, I think they're like ghost demon people. After all, La Habrea did possess Thancred, so it's not like he was even really there.
And he's technically alive. If cutscenes are to believe.
Yes,
I mean,
even
I need. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I need your serious opinion on this. Does it look like their spears just have fucking shells attached to it? That's the spear point.
I think they're actually more like they're supposed to be more like teeth, but yes, they do look kind of like a sea snail shell or something.
I agree.
It's a little weird. Do they also got like feathers tied to them? These are very Monster Hunter spears, actually. Now that I'm looking at them, they look like they killed like 4 different things and turned them into their spear. My spear is mechanical now.
It's a very basic insect blade. A weapon type I never used. because
Mayhap
it's
you
not-
could return to the Waking Sands. Yes, I will continue to return to the Waking Sands until we actually move all our shit. When are the movers coming, Papa Limo? When are they gonna take
You
the
think-
couches?
They just fucking the movers come in, pick up every NPC.
Yeah. No, we don't even like teleport. We just pick up Minfilia's desk and pick up Minfilia too, and just carry them all at once. We just pick up the chair that Tataru is always standing on, with Tataru standing on it.
Yeah. It'll be like sorry, was it Governor Sinclair and Ned? They're just moving her along like that.
What a callback. Okay. See, there she is, standing on the edge of the chair, as always.
I hit the tribe quest button again.
Enter the Waking Saints.
Tribe quest button?
Yeah, the. No, there's not a button. Never mind. I now know what I'm thinking of.
We'll enter the Solar.
Mutation. There we go.
Cool. This is an interesting quest image.
Look.
The time has come to leave Vesper Bay. Now we're gonna do the classic trick. We're gonna depart in small groups. See, now we're finally being smart. Have me stand here the whole time.
It is mainly due to the fact that, yes, they got raided.
Yeah, no. It's while I wasn't even there. And I feel like, as evidenced by all the stuff we did, it would have gone much differently if I was standing there.
Oh. Little Ran asks, how you are, Omega. What's new?
I'm alright. Not much new for us. No, I'm still working on playing Judgment. But we're having fun. We're doing things. We have a library card. Because having fun isn't hard. I'm mentioning Alice, eh? Now we need to go speak to Urianji. And see what he needs.
He's just gonna be fucking staying here.
Just in case we forgot anything, because Minfilia's like, I can't help but feel like we forgot something.
And just outright mention, yeah, Alice will help him. If you've even met her yet, I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I feel like we had this conversation last time she came up. Yes, technically in story, I've met her a couple of times, but last I saw of her was her telling fucking Alphino, like, well, you do things your way, I'm gonna do things my way, bye, sucks for you.
We should get you started on the coils soon, at some point.
I have not started those either, so that'll be interesting. There he is.
Some people say that they are required reading.
Oh,
Okay,
I believe they're important. Hello, Lucky.
Hello, Lucky.
being at Stupid Biscuit.
Hey.
Soup.
Listen, I got so distracted by talking about like Aaron, our fans and whatnot. I forgot to eat, and I was like, "Shit!"
Books and stuff. Yeah, I noticed that. You may have noticed I for about 5 minutes there before the stream started, I went silent. I was like, hold on, I have to go. I gotta do something.
Also, Meg, I have to ask, why are you lying to everybody?
The clicks, Lucky.
Thank you, Lucky. I did the exact same thing when I talked to you.
No, yes. So far, I'm 3 for 3 of other people on the stream commenting on the title, which means that it is working as intended. Oh no, Minfili is screaming. I literally just fucking left the room.
Yeah, as soon as
Excuse me, Urianger. I must go.
I
Blag.
also just realized how stupid it is for him to be wearing goggles inside.
Yeah.
Urianger wears goggles no matter what. Hey, listen, maybe they're... Wait, no, actually, no. The etheric bit's actually that thing that's above his head.
Yes, he has
Yeah,
goggles
but
and goggles. I'm having a flashback, presumably to the time Minfili was attacked, which was 5 seconds ago. Game, this is slightly awkward.
I haven't even got to see Nophicas yet.
Same. I'm actually standing at the entrance to the raid. That's why I stopped.
I did the exact opposite thing. I logged off at the dungeon.
Oh. So you did story stuff. I haven't touched story.
Yeah. Listen, I wanted to see cute Reaper boss, and I did. So I'm like, yes, life is good. Lucky knows what he's about.
People generally seem happy so far with the patch content. At least I am
Also,
seeing
real
mostly
talk, Rob,
positive
I'm glad I
vibes.
did because I think I found another lead on the cursed fucking goldsmith.
Oh, yes. Let's go. That motherfucker.
For instance,
I'm not sure,
Good.
but
I was just going to say, I have also seen many a meme on the internet about machinists and wrenches.
yes, as you should.
I can't wait for an image edit of, what is it, that Drake or Eminem throwing thing, and it's just a wrench.
Pretty sure it already exists out there.
I love how this spooky Asian in white is like, when Philly is like, no, La Brea is alive, and he's like, I'm only confirming what you already knew. And I'm like, you are correct. We did literally just have this conversation before I got this cutscene.
Come. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, get the meme in there. Fucking Tyrant just walking up. Lalafell walk cycle.
Look, the Lalafell walk is great.
You mean the waddle?
Yeah.
I just
Can you imagine
hear
if-
fucking the music. Power walking.
Can you imagine if any other race could do the Lalafell waddle?
Oh, that would be a powerful stance. Look at those forceful footsteps.
This fucking nerd.
Shadowless, fleshless, formless. God, this guy is a... I don't think this is the same nerd Lucky's talking about, but this guy is a nerd.
The guy in front of you? Yes.
He's a fucking dork. He just keeps talking about things. Stuff. He's talking about crude approximations. Jesus Christ.
No, he really is like a member of Organization 13. Here's your robe and how to speak in riddles.
I mean, yeah, basically. This is what I'm... At least he's not talking to me about how darkness is the heart's true essence or whatever.
Oh, just you wait.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
If
We'll
it's like-
fucking get there.
I was about to say, yet.
Like once you hit, you know, Shadowbringer, it'll be there. It'll be there.
Oh, there's this one thing that's gonna bring up a number that matches with darkness soon.
Oh, yes.
And he teleports out like that, too. Well, good thing I had that flashbook. Now Minfilia doesn't have to explain to me what happened. Which is good, because I think she got blasted with a beam of darkness right in her lungs.
No, she needs those.
Also, I've
Otherwise, how is she gonna talk at
just
you?
realized what her skirt is doing, and I'm utterly bamboozled.
Listen,
She's-
fashion doesn't follow the rules of common men.
Wow. Like, I just now realized she's wearing, like, a full-length extra skirt, and then also I think she's got, like, just pants on under it. Aren't you hot? Aren't we in the middle of the desert?
Well, actually, remember, in the middle of the desert, you actually do want to properly layer up to make sure you're not getting excessive sun exposure.
So,
As I
funny
stare at
thing
Minfilia's navel. Yes, I understand.
Funny thing I just realized, sometimes the echo doesn't make any sense where it's like, ah yes, the vision will take a few minutes or seconds, or otherwise it just takes immediate.
I mean, I guess there could have been a little bit of time elapsement there. Minfilia could, like, barely speak when I started my flashback, and then when I end the flashback, she's forming full sentences, and she's like, oh, okay, I don't need to tell you anything cool.
The echo only shows the past, right? The dimensional stream sometimes shows the future.
I don't think I've actually
I
explicitly
can see the
seen-
future.
God damn it, Lost. I guess the question is, does the echo ever show technically with a present? I don't think it has yet, for me. You want me to tear apart everything in Vesper Bay? Sure.
think the more concerning thing is that Uriante saw a figure in white.
It's kind of weird. Especially because in the Echo, I saw that guy fucking teleport. But anyway, what do I know? I'm just a person who may or may not resemble a warrior of light. The artist, the adventurer formerly known as the warrior of light.
That's how the ending of Endwalker feels. Like, yeah, okay, I've done it. Now, let's just get out of it.
Listen, this is the point where you literally get a deserted island to go fucking hide on.
Because you need a vacation.
Finally be a real adventurer again.
It does kind of make me wonder, because obviously I don't know the whole, like, depth of the plot details for Endwalker and everything. But it is called Endwalker. There are a lot of, like... It feels like a lot of the marketing and the toning is about a certain level of finality to at least certain parts of the story. So I'm like, okay, so what are your... I know you've got another X-Pac cooking, probably. What are your vibes for that gonna be like? Like, what's gonna be our tone here, you know?
Well, that's what they do with the post X-Pac patches. Like this is why some people were so excited about 6.3 is because we're getting more of our main scenario quests, which I will not spoil for you, but you know, has us going places, doing things, and learning new mysteries and whatnot that we're trying to fucking deal with.
Oh, there he is. You're standing right
they
there.
said, if I remember correctly in an interview, that 6.3 isn't the real bring over to what to the next X-Packs. It's gonna be 6.4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know, they've been setting it all up.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
So this dork is just standing in the middle of Vesper Bay and is like, they say you are the warrior of light. Follow me if ye dare, but you might die. My guy, you know what I've done, right? Do you just have something the equivalent of an ultimate weapon in your back pocket? Like, I don't think me walking this way is gonna spell my doom.
So
I mean, in all the stories, there's always some crusty sailor at the bottom. It's all like, there be things in these parts, you know, furiously rocking in their chair. If you go, you'll die. They all die.
Oh, and this weirdo is the one with the white cloak. I assume he's at least the leader or something.
He's got something going on.
There will be no comments.
He has summoned forth some level 50 brutish imps, so I mean, he's trying at least.
I don't know what the minion drop for this area is. If it's fucking the final boss and not Galatea, which is the cute Reaper boss, I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh, that's what it's called. Oh, wait, you're just doing the dungeon.
Yeah.
He's hunting
I
for
always
drops.
I always do the dungeon the first time just as a fucking trust. Just because I like seeing it with like the party members and I can take my time. I literally spent 20 minutes in the dungeon just talking to Axe and fucking making my soup. You can't do that in real life.
True facts.
Soup.
I'm at soup. What do you mean you're at soup?
Root beer, you're out of control. Stop. Stop. What the fuck are you doing? How are
Oh,
you
it's
doing
fizzing.
this?
It's fizzing up, ain't it?
It's not fizzing up. It's just there's air bubbles in it and they keep pushing it all up. And it's about to overflow. How did all this air get in my root beer?
Yes.
Marks, you owe me some fucking soda. Alrighty.
I like the difference. Like level 20s and then he's just a level 50 gargoyle.
So have you guys tried the Paladin rework yet?
Nah, I don't have Paladin.
I don't have paladin.
Listen, we like big weapons.
I like my axe. Thank you very much.
I did hear that Warrior now offers full party regen or something like that.
Oh, sick.
What?
I haven't really looked at the full like rebalance.
Oh,
modes.
no, I see what you mean. Kind of. Lucky, you know my thing to give everyone a shield. It also does some healing.
It's useful.
Seems neat. So on the one hand, this makes my personal thoughts that when I get into leveling up other classes, I was thinking of as, you know, figuring out how to be a tank, leveling Paladin, because that one is somewhat iconic. But also it means I won't have anybody to go to for advice. Because you guys don't know what hit.
As a level 50 Dark Knight, I concur with the consensus that it's being a very expensive.
Well, I gotta get some X packs for that one.
No, you just gotta get to Heaven's Word.
Oh, is it in Heaven's
no,
Word?
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Venus,
honestly,
Dark
depending on
Knight-
how this works out, I may get there before I hit the level cap. We don't know.
In Heaven's Word, you get the Dark Knight, you get the gun, and you get the children's card game.
I am very interested.
I like
in
how I can
gun
only
as well.
remember one of the classes. It's
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 the only
the
one I
least
couldn't come
played.
up with a joke. It's the only one I couldn't come up with a joke.
I mean, I feel like Dark Knight just being like Dark Knight. You've already got the joke.
You're not gonna say Edgelord? Well, I guess Reaper technically is the
There's-
Edgelord now.
That's the problem. They made edgier classes. Okay.
I remember the meme lob.
The OG Edgelord.
The
Wasn't that-
Ooge Lord.
Wasn't
Edgelord.
that just Dragoon?
No, I don't think dragons actually are particularly edgy.
Yeah, I don't know if I would
Everything's
call
relative.
Dragoons edgy. It's definitely
They're
like,
spiky.
well, yes, we are
Definitely
spiky,
spiky.
but it's more. I don't know. What would you say? Like, I
Maybe
feel
it's-
like
Stoic.
Estinian's definitely very, very try hard. Like, he's very extra, very chuny, but I don't really think he's that. He's not that edgy until you get to the very last quest in the initial AAR wave, where he's like, well, you suck. Give me dragon juice, extra dragon juice now. Meh.
And then just
Maybe-
disappears.
And then he explodes or
just-
something.
Maybe it's a stigma left over from Kane Highwind. Kane Highwind's the Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, Cape
Yeah,
Highwind. Sorry, I thought you
Yeah.
said Cape Highwind. I was about to say Cape Westwind. Yeah, that was the really hard boss fight. They made it a duty that Omega took several attempts to do.
The only one I died against too.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have to put that one to easy mode to clear. I was just, I had to fucking get good. Start strategizing.
I think the one downside about it is like, you gotta go through each phase with supply.
Yeah, that was the part that was a little annoying, because it's not like the first couple phases were slow by any means. They weren't necessarily really challenging, but they felt meaty and full-bodied. And then it was like, here's the extra spice. We've served you a double entree. And I'm like, no, I'm full. The beef zone. That guy really was a beef zone. A zone of beef. Okay, white bread.
I'll be right back.
Really? I mean, I know they were at the level cap for this. You know, all those mobs were level 50, but like, they definitely weren't as tough as the actual fight with La Habrea.
Yes, I am offended. I just have to look it up, but no, you cannot get a fucking Galatea minion, and this is a fucking disgrace and dishonor upon all our houses.
Sag.
Oh, okay.
What kind
that
of
is a
fun
shame.
stuff can you get from the new content? Are there any like fun mounts people are fucking cracking up about?
Oh, there's probably some mounts. I do know there's supposed to be a corgi mount because you showed that earlier.
Yeah, corgi.
I thought that was a pet.
I mean a pet, excuse me.
A minion. They are
Minion.
close.
Corgi-
They're both, according to the official Final Fantasy XIV nomenclature, they do both start with M.
Okay.
Nope, that was
Idea for a mount. A like a horse-drawn carriage style carriage, but pulled by two giant corgis.
It sounds pretty good.
That's pretty.
I mean, we do have the if you've done the opening to Gridania, that can be a mount. The chocobo drawn carriage.
I was just thinking
Hey.
of that.
Hey, guess what though? I got a fucking hippodrome Red Shock though. Beat that shit.
Yes, there's a four-seater airship. Okay.
Oh god. The one thing I hate about new patch content stuff, doing it new, is that I gotta wait for everything to load.
No, I'll just walk back.
Oh,
don't
we got
think-
new custom deliveries. Oh, we might be able to get a new sheep mount. This boy looks fluffy.
Speaking of mounts, I'll play Mount Roulette. 8th word. I'll jog back. Actually, technically I'll fly back, even though it's kind of goofy to do that in this tunnel. Flap your wings, boy. flap. Ugh.
I think my favorite,
Whoa, what the fuck?
mount I've seen, other than maybe the Mikoshi, because that's just fucking hilarious.
It's pretty good.
Is the I don't even know what it's called. It looks like something out of freaking BioShock.
What is it? What's the general
It's
shape?
like a robot, like. Okay, imagine an AT-AT, but only one leg, but you're inside of it, like a TV screen.
Oh, I know what
Oh.
that is. I have that.
Yeah, that's one of the post Endgame, post Endwalker mounts.
Ooh, neat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called the level checker.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just. I don't. Regardless of context for an MMO mount, that's a very funny name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Here's the fucking here's its fucking flavor text. When this mysterious machine first determined your strength, the result was level 90. By what method it came up with this figure and whether it was even accurate, no one can say. Level 90.
I'll say this. I think while I do miss a lot of the more serious mounts from WoW, I think Final Fantasy has the correct read on joke mounts.
By
We
the
have
way,
plenty of serious mounts, but no, sometimes we just get fucking weird with it.
My
By the
I
way-
just
mount
mean in terms
is-
of art design. I just miss some of the effects.
my favorite mount that you can get at the store is literally just the carbuncle.
Me and giant carbuncle. It's kind of great.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say, by the way, chat, you can tell that Loth is busy doing stuff because he wasn't immediately behind me when Dallas brought up the Mikoshi. It was like, the Mikoshi, you say?
You in a cutscene, you bitch! Oh well, in the Waking Sands, I'm also doing patch content.
Well, no, that's what I
Oh,
meant. Like,
are-
I was just
are you
walking through
still-
Vesper Bay when Dallas said
I-
that, but
I
that's what I
can't
mean. You're doing.
remember.
You can
Have
tell
you
you're doing
found-
something new because if you were just dicking around, you would be cyber stalking me, and you would have done that.
Have you found Melfina's stepmommer yet?
Yeah, we're through that part.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to get these guys to fucking move. Pack your shit, put it in boxes, tape it up, make sure to label the boxes.
You found the Japanese people.
No, not yet.
Dallas.
Oh, sorry.
Technically, I did do something resembling that for the New Year's event for Heaven's Turn.
He just found the white organization member. The white rogue one.
Yes, an Asian tried to bungle my
In
Shankar.
my defense, if it is a spoiler, it's a spoiler for like 30 minutes ahead, because I am not that much further than... I did not get much further than where Omega is.
All right.
There.
I wish Dallas could just see how hard I rolled my eyes at that.
Okay.
Oh no, I could... Oh, lucky, I could not see it, but I could feel it. It burned the fire in my soul.
Actually, Loth, I had to double check. Apparently, there's this fucking new mount at the Gold Saucer, and it looks like a fucking dirigible.
Oh, is that what Caesar said? It was talking about in chat. You mentioned a new
Did you?
new mount.
I'm not in chat right now, so I couldn't tell.
I just wish there was
New
a lava
four-seater
flow.
airship at the Gold Saucer, I believe you said.
Oh yeah, then that must be it. Yeah, actually, fuck, I'm gonna have to go check the
4
price on that
mil
bitch.
MGP.
4 million. Okay.
I mean, I know at the Gold Saucer you can get the fucking pod.
Oh yeah, I got the pod. I can fly.
Oh,
I can
damn
fly.
it.
Yeah.
How much is it again?
It's like 200K.
Are there any snail mounts in FF14?
No.
Damn it.
That's a shame.
That's the one mount I miss from WoW, is my fucking snail mount.
Is it as slow as a snail would be, or
No, but it's also made of magma, so...
Ooh,
That's a
obviously.
cart.
you're riding around on Slugma?
No, I'm a cargo, but yeah.
Let's see here. Do we have? I don't even think we have
What
any
the
crabs we can ride. I find it that we've like 14 is doing me a disservice and that we do not have a crab amount.
Crap.
Look, I'm all for chocobos and mechs, but there are too many chocobo and mech mounts and not enough random other animals.
I mean, there are a lot of random other animals out there. Like, hang on, let me fucking. I'm in a cutscene too, because guess what? I'm doing punch content. Oh, she's sitting on the bench over there. Sorry, Galatea Magna is precious to me now, and I saw after I beat her up, I now see her sitting in a corner in another cutscene. I'm like, yeah, there's my girl.
I just like that. I think I just briefly saw it on Omega's screen that like it's like look at all this ancient stuff all over there, and then you just see a man wearing a mask, and it's like, huh.
Yeah, I'm just. In order to progress in the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. Probe the crest of the Crystal Tower for ancient secrets.
Oh well, it just outright points you towards him. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
straight up
there's
saying,
multiple
go
of
speak to
them.
this guy.
Oh, this place is very sad all of a sudden.
What the? Sorry, I'm looking at mounts while my game is downloading.
Listen, they got weird fucking mounts.
Yeah, no. Apparently, you could get fucking Gizmo from Gremlins as a mount.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Do you remember the little?
You've never seen Gremlins?
No.
Wow.
Wow, you just pulled an axe.
Okay.
No, maybe just some people didn't fucking watch Gremlins.
I honestly think I've seen less stuff than X.
Gremlins
Like
is
no, but
usually
you
considered
know,
a pretty cult touchstone.
he's. If I am going to guess what Dallas is thinking, you remember those little shits that like to insult you and fuck, and
Oh,
like,
Gremlins.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a giant one. Damn.
I think. or
I
this
feel like
website is lying to me.
we've slightly improved our space here. This is good. We got vaulted ceilings now. We have office plants.
Look at all these NPCs you can interact with, like Heavy Boulder. Oh, sorry, Holy Boulder.
I'm about to say.
Oh my God, Edith's doing squats. She's doing the squats. Next thing you'll tell me
I
about
don't actually
Gargunga.
have a lot of. I don't have a lot of weird mounts. I think the weirdest mount I have, besides the level checker, is the Chocopakur, which is basically a chocolate version of a Leafy Boy that I got because I ate enough Butterfingers.
Yeah, the Butterfingers mount.
Sorry, that's still
The
so
silliest
funny.
mount, aside from the Mikoshi that I have, technically, is a very derpy-looking raptor, a sheep, and technically a story mount. But I won't describe the story mount.
Oh, hey,
Wait,
it's the
is
squad.
Golden Mikoshi Phil free? Okay,
Oh.
it is free. Well, free is a
Technically-
relative. Free is a relative.
Not in the
term,
cash
but you know
shop.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a cash mount. It's,
Oh, I do have a
50
Your
disembodied
office-
head mount.
Your office is bigger, Minfilia, yes.
Do you have the spinning turtle mount?
No, because I feel slightly airsick every time I fly on that damn thing, or I see someone flying on that damn thing. Loth has it, and he spins the fucking win, but I'm okay.
Actually, I don't have the turtle
I thought you did.
mount. I have
Oh,
the
maybe-
minion.
Is there?
Oh, you have the minion.
I have a tiny turtle that spins when it moves.
Well, you can buy the
Oh,
mount at the gold saucer.
Okay.
One of the dumb mounts I have is actually the just the flying chair.
I've seen the chair. The chair is pretty.
Sure, fine.
No, the best one is the flying bed.
Yeah, you're just fucking lying down.
All right. Foray Orzia. Handshakes and butt pats all around. Okay, that's all we needed to do. Cool.
I mean, one of my favorite mounts that I think at some point we'll have to try to get is the mobile mount.
Oh, but that's fucking. Isn't that? I don't remember. Is that T with blue mages?
No, I could have sworn it was one of the versions of the Arboretum with blue
No.
mages.
No,
It's definitely a blue
hard-
mage thing,
It's definitely a blue
which
mage
is a
thing.
terrible
Hang on.
shame because I know it's basically a Malboro. It's a big boy. I've
Oh,
seen that
that's
mount before.
it?
It looks fucking rad. Because it just picks you up and holds you, and your character looks so upset by this course of events. But it's a pain in the ass to get, for what I understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've just.
Yeah. See, hate it.
Yeah, never mind.
I
You could
mean-
use- yeah, savage content.
Oh my god! Apparently, Loth, everyone hold your shot. Apparently, in the cash shop, you can get a, well, it's not a corgi mount, but you can get a Shiba Inu mount.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
I'll say this. That's the one disappointment I have is that so many of the mounts they have too many mounts in the cash shop.
I mean, that just means you don't know how many mounts there are to get in game.
Yeah, there's only like 200 or something.
only.
Only. He
Remember,
says.
remember, Dallas is a
Remember him from WoW.
yeah, he's a WoW addict.
Yeah, and he needs to stop. He needs to fucking stop comparing it. That's what he needs to do.
The games have been running for different amounts of time. It's true. How many?
That's true. And I assume if they have only 200 that FF has less color swaps.
Quick.
I believe yes, compared to WoW, it does have less color swaps. I think it does still have some, but
to that picture you posted.
I think
Nice.
there is a horse mount. You got basically collect all the colors. Get
God
rainbow
damn
mount.
it, Lot! Why? I shouldn't ask why you own such a GIF. God damn.
He
I
probably
found
picked it
some-
up from the Lalafell server he hangs out in.
Funnily enough, no, I just typed in FF14 and that was just one of the ones that was new, like this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, there are some really nice mounts though. How do you get this one?
I mean, one of my
I hope
favorite
it's
mounts
not a
I've got.
cash out mount.
One of my favorite mounts I've got is the 3 mounts you can get from the Garo collab, which are just mechanical horses. It's great.
Sorry, Minphilly has a
we have
great.
the name
I
too.
love this line for multiple reasons. She's like, what could be next? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, an ochre, puce. Just like, oh, are they gonna get colors now?
Hello,
I
I'm
wonder-
the LGBTQ Ascian.
It's the Pride Ascian for Pride Month. Not yet. I am kind of curious about the localization here because I'm gonna assume that in Japanese they use normal words for yellow and for green and stuff. Also, I think, yeah, puce is a very yellow-green. Ochre is supposed to be more of a yellowish color, but I'm like, it's. At what point in the translation and the localization process did we decide to make her say more obscure SAT words for colors?
Oh, Caesar is pointing out that the Cruise Chaser is a very cool mount. That is a cash out mount, sadly, but it is very cool.
Yeah, I'm actually counting up how many there are. There's actually like less than 30 fucking cash shop fucking mounts.
but they're
It's pretty
almost
direct.
all of them are good. I think.
Yeah, let's see.
That is
Like,
definitely, I believe, a difference in the marketing in the WoW and 14 element, which is just that, like, 14 does have the cash up for rounds, but it feels like they don't lean on it as hard.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
We must punch the Ascians.
27,
Got it.
29, 30, 31, 32. Yeah, apparently they have, I could probably go to the store, but looking from this list I have at FF14 Collect, there's 32 cash shop ones. And that doesn't, not even a full fucking page, it looks like. Ooh, excuse me. I wish this had numbers on it so I can
I
better.
will say some of the prices are a bit silly. Mostly just
Yeah.
one of the prices.
I love how they just
One-
don't even bother. Like, here's the names of these assholes.
The
Yes.
Lunar Whale.
Isn't that the 8-man one?
Yeah, that's an 8-man one though. That can carry like a whole
It's-
fucking full. That can carry a full party.
It's still $42.
I mean,
that's
I
why
feel like they
people
know what they're
have it.
doing in calling it whale. They know what
Yeah.
they know what's up.
That's true.
Like, let's be real. Chat, everybody in the VC. There's no earthly reason why you require an 8-man mount.
There's really not.
You do
There's
not
really
require it. But also, you could honestly get 7 of your friends to fucking chip in. It'd be fine. That's what. If you all
no,
split it
it's-
8 ways, that's what, like $5 a person ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's absolutely ludicrous, and I think they know that. And that's the kind of thing where I don't mind. Am I gonna purchase a raid whale? Fuck no.
I mean, I bought fucking Cloud's bike, the Fenrir.
Yeah, that's pretty
Have
cool.
you
I can
seen
see myself
a
picking that
Lullafell
one
on
up.
that mount?
No.
Anyway,
Bob
some guys
giggling
are
like
pretty
that
much
just means he's going mad slightly.
It's great. Like they can't quite reach it, so sometimes they'll just be standing there, arms crossed, legs not reaching the pedals.
It's like you on that fucking 2-man seat you like to fly a Mega on, where you just you're just thrown over the fucking front wheel, barely
Yeah.
touching the goddamn.
That is how
Like
he
a
looks.
12
Yes.
spike.
Anyway, those guys were ominous, but they said a lot of words, but they didn't really make a lot of sense.
Liquid fire!
Ooh, I get to go to a snowy place.
I got a trophy for that. Neat.
How the fuck?
That's right. I'm
Thank
earning
God.
trophies for Final Fantasy 14.
I think one of the tribe quests is glitched.
What is Tales of Adventure?
I'm not sure in what context.
In the cash shop.
Oh, is that the level your classes?
Oh, it's a character boost. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, story
Yeah.
skip. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you do that? I don't know.
Lucky, should I be concerned that there was a title drop for this patch? Technically,
You should be a little concerned. But
when the screen fades to black and I just see the title of the patch just in the corner, I'm like,
did I ever actually buy a fucking tail? I don't think I did. Or did I? Love, do you like? I don't know if you would remember. I remember I was.
To me, it feels like a little bit like buying a story skip in FF14 is a little like buying them in SWTOR. Like, isn't that like half the point of the game?
Yeah, but
No,
from
no.
memory, Lucky, I think you bought Bard.
Oh yeah, because I think it was like level 40 or like level 20 or something. I'm like, I don't have time for this because that was during my whole peak Shadowbringer. I refused to, waste XP, if I remember correctly.
And you said you didn't care much for what you were seeing in the Bard quest so far.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I don't know. Like, at least in WoW, it makes sense when you buy a character skip because the story is disjointed and a bit crap sometimes.
And the game really wants you to be at the high. It reminds me of something I saw earlier today. I read a our hobby drama post, my favorite subreddit, talking about the world first raids for the latest WoW expansion, which just happened, because they released around the holiday season, so they decided to release the mythic raids early.
They did that. Yeah, they did that last time too, except they did it later instead.
Yeah. Well, they decided to do it early because they couldn't have guys in the office over the Christmas break, basically.
Well, yeah, and they learned their lesson from last time.
God
But,
damn it, Caesar. Sorry.
Yeah, some chat was funny. But there were some very interesting comparisons there to like how and why you do raiding in WoW versus 14. Like, technically, the difficulty of 14 raids is less than that of WoW raids by design. Like, from what I've seen playing them and just in general vibes, 14's raiding structure seems almost more like a puzzle or a choreographed dance. If you know your steps, both you know the mechanics and you know how to play your class, you will always succeed, assuming everybody knows how to do this thing properly. WoW's high-level raids seem to be more... I mean, they're larger. They're like 30-man maximum. And they're designed to be much more open-ended. Like, you are designed to have to try and figure shit out that you can't... Even if you just know how to do your class right, you will still fucking wipe. Like...
I think it's a tiered thing too. Like, I think the high-end Final Fantasy content is harder than the first tier of high-end WoW content, like normal raids.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those, or especially LFR raids, Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, that was even
Those
in
are
that
for brain
hobby
dead
drama
people.
post I said. The LFR raids are even easier than the normal one.
Well, actually, arguably, Omega, LFR raids are harder than normal raids because normal raids require coordination.
Well,
whereas
that's
LFR
true.
Raids are shooting the
If you
fucking
don't know what
dice.
LFR means, chat, it means looking for raid. They have a raid finder for you.
You can get anyone.
Which,
So, LFR
again,
can
remembering
sometimes be
how I
harder.
talked about how WoW raids are bigger.
Oh yeah, God, some of those have been.
But yeah, like,
what I was gonna say is like I think on average the higher content for at least normal is harder, but it's just when it gets to the very high levels. it's when WoW gets
I believe,
ahead.
and
I don't
the-
know. Like, have you seen Ukov and T?
Yeah.
Dallas?
No, yes, I have. And no, it's really hard. It's just compared to like mythic raiding is a. I'll describe it like this: it's the devs playing a game to see if they can break the top level guilds.
yeah, that's what I was about to
It's
say. Like, I feel
ridiculous.
like the scale when you get, because there's 3 tiers of, again, not counting LFR,
Yeah,
there's 3 tiers of raids in WoW, and in 14 I think there's only 2. There's normal and then savage, or is there?
But then there's the ultimates, and then there's alternative. Because like there are God, I haven't done them, so I can't like speak on them with authority. But in we only have 2 sets for right now. We have Ukab, which is the Ultimate Coils of Bahamut, which basically is a gauntlet of the Coils of Bahamut at stronger difficulty. So you're in a fucking.
It was unending.
Was it unending? I thought unending Coils of Bahamut.
Yeah, sorry.
I said it's an unending ultimate words woo. But
sorry, I've just been told to go speak to a new.
Actually,
I don't remember if this is a new
let me
Lalafell
put-
NPC, but I have to go speak to Fufulupa.
Foopalupa.
I am in pain. Every time I see a Lalafell name, it's like, "Arr!"
Yeah, and Ubu Ultima Weapon Ultimate, which is just funny.
Ooga chaka.
And then technically, we also have got the ultimate, was it the Dragon Song Reprise or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
but the unending coil of Bahamut
Yeah,
is
got it.
it's known as the ultimate version. That's what the difficulty known is, ultimate. But it's a level 70 raid. Its difficulty is ultimate, and basically you have to go through 5 phases of bosses that are really super fucking hard. You have to go through Titania, Darkness, Bahamut Prime, Terra Flare, and Golden Bahamut Prime. And it's whew.
I mean,
Let's
so
see.
the interesting thing there, I think the point of comparison, Lucky, is that is like there is one raid like that is the really big one in 14. From what I understand, all WoW raids are like that. I would say this, I believe that Yoshi P has talked about having played WoW and got his developers to understand MMO development. I feel like 14's raids and high-level content are designed deliberately differently than WoW's is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the WoW raids are all meant to be, like, they have a
break
weekly
your back?
reset. Yes, it's a weekly reset so that you can play it over the course of a week because you can leave and come back between bosses. Whereas I don't think anything in 14 is designed to take that long. Like, it's much faster. You
What
die
I'm
faster,
talking
but you
about for
reset
different-
faster.
What I'm talking about for difficulty-wise, just so I can speak to this, is specifically how do I phrase it? Third week nerf. Because, and this has historically been the case for the last, 8 expansions, once the top 5 or so guilds clear the mythic content, Blizzard will inevitably nerf it and make it easier.
Yeah.
So that other people have a chance in hell.
I think the joke is that's when the developers guilds finally get to play it.
Yeah, basically. No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't imagine having fun with that. I really can't.
Well,
Oh, no, it's horrible. I think it's a bad
I
system.
mean, yeah, it's literally, I mean, there's a lot of hype around world first rating and stuff. Like, it's part of the community from the way back. But it definitely, having read this hobby drama post, like I said, it sounds painful because they talk
Look.
about like loot splitting, split rating and stuff, and all this boring loot grinding. Because the whole point of the mythic is that you need the gear from the previous 2 versions to do the mythic. Otherwise, you'll fucking die.
As someone who used to run raids in a raiding guild, it sucks. Don't do it.
It's like
especially when it was 40 men. God.
It's like I enjoy 14 rating, and eventually I want to get enough of a static so we can actually challenge Savage content and Ultimate content. But I want a dedicated group for that. But
you're planning a dedicated group for what 8 man, right?
yeah,
As opposed to
that-
WoW, which would be, if you want to be a world first rating group, you need 30 of the
24.
sweatiest
No, it's
motherfuckers.
24 now.
Okay, it
It's
is 24.
now.
All right.
It used to be 40 because
But
I
still,
don't know
24
why.
of the sweatiest motherfuckers in the world is a lot
No.
different than 8. And you
Yeah,
don't
the
even
only
need to be
reason
that
I want to get
sweaty.
the Ultimate is because there's shiny shit there.
It's true. It is very
Exactly,
shiny.
That's
I've
the
seen.
reason you should be pushed to it, not because of.
Yeah,
weird
it's interesting.
geekiness.
But even then, the commentary on this stuff, they really do have a different philosophy. Let me pitch this to Lucky, and the others who play 14. You might know more about different mechanics and stuff. But apparently, the start of the final boss in this new WoW raid at Mythic, it's a giant dragon because it's the Dragon X pack. The dragon does a wing beat and immediately knocks everybody off the platform, and you all die. So they didn't know that was coming because it's a world first. That was a wipe. They go back again, And apparently the way they do it is they need to have everybody fire all of their movement abilities and not get knockback abilities all at once, just so they don't get yeeted off the platform. And because there are classes who don't have those abilities, they need basically to be rescued, and in the 14 sense, and like pulled back so they don't die. And for that, the raid guilds needed to change their team comp, because apparently the ones who do that pulling is the new evoker class. So like,
Well, or
Yeah.
or I'll say this, or priest, but or priest do. But the problem with that is, generally in a 24-man raid, there's like 3 healers.
yeah, no matter what, they had to adjust their ratios of classes, right? And I can't even imagine, like, if 14 did something similar to that, I feel like
No,
it would all
14 is
be
way better.
it would all be
like-
positional, right? Like, it would be hide behind this rock, don't stand in this glowing circle. The game is not afraid to fucking kill you. Like, I know these guys experience with like Leviathan and getting fucking yeeted into the ocean. I've seen images of getting like blasted into pits of spikes, but usually there's a big flashing light that the game says, "Hey, doofus, don't stand here."
Yeah.
And when you get caught standing
Yeah,
there,
no,
you fucking
for
die.
a while, sometimes it's, oh, hey, something appeared on my map, I'm dead.
And
Yeah,
that's
I'm
like I
saying,
said.
Yeah,
like
it
14
sucks.
like has instant kill mechanics and has ring outs and stuff, but I don't think there's ever been anything where it's. No, actually, I do think there are a couple fights on here somewhere where the first move is fucking instant death, or there is an instant death move. But this is what I love about 14. Sometimes they'll just give you a fucking tool, like. In two of the fights, they just give you the LB3 so the tank can just literally tank this fucking ultimate attack.
Well, and that's what I mean, right,
It
about the
is-
comparison to
yeah.
like 14 feels more like I said, like a puzzle or a dance, like a choreographed. If
I
you
don't
know
want
the
it to be
steps,
misconstrued.
you
I
will
think
do
14
okay.
is better in this respect. Like,
Like,
I do not like the way that WoW does their difficulty.
and then the funny thing is they just casual it up later anyway. Like,
Oh
it's,
god, yeah.
I feel like WoW's problem is they have so much history. They're trying to appeal simultaneously to all their sweatiest, most hardcore players, and then also they need a casual audience. Like, that's why
Then,
looking for
yeah.
raid exists.
And then you hear stories about how they ruined Arthas.
And then it feels like
then-
I feel like 14 is just comfortable being like, we've got a much smaller breadth. Like, you can play this game and be pretty casual. You can be a little try hard, but our requirements are not that you have to be as try hard as other games. We understand.
Well, yeah, no, I think Yoshi P has definitely thought he wants 14 to be a game where people can just pick it up and put it down as they wish.
You're
And you know, with 6.3 coming out, I've definitely heard of people saying like, "All right, time to brush off my account. Time to get my new quest done."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that's
Yoshi P,
young
I think Yoshi P has explicitly
eager
said,
to
if you don't want to play the game, feel free to unsubscribe. We'll be here when you're ready.
Yeah, and that's why I see some people doing like. I've heard a lot of people just be like, "Oh, new patch out, time to come back," and then they'll put it down for months. And I think that's a testament to the game is you can put it down for months, come back, and you know get right back into it without like necessarily just losing interest. Like me, like in between patches, I don't play as much. I play like half as much as I normally do.
Sorry, I'm chuckling because Urian J has a very funny line read here. Inquires
Urian
about
J.
her fairness. Very well. Also, by the way, I want to throw out there, somebody in chat, unknown character said a great line about 14 mechanics. It's like, it's your choice to stand here, but we recommend not to. That is how 14 is. 14 puts a big glowing light that says, hey, buddy, you don't have to move, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't, you're going to have a bad time.
I admit it, I died to
Save thine
Titan.
insinuations
I
for
was a
one
dumbass.
given to such impropriety.
And also,
Thou shalt
and
not
this is the
find
last
them.
thing I'll say on it, but one of the things I also like that 14 does is they involve mechanics from raids, dungeons stuff in the main story stuff so that you're eased into it, as opposed to other games, WoW especially, where it feels like everything is very easy and simple and you don't need to know anything, and then you fall off a difficulty cliff.
We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Well, I see what Dallas
Hey.
meant.
Oh,
that
did you find the
person.
Japanese people?
I mean, somebody's dressed head to toe and is from a foreign land, at least. And it does look very ninja. Anyway, thank you.
Look, I don't know if they're actually Japanese. That's just what I took to calling them.
They're not actually. Well, no, they're kind of Japanese.
I'm pretty
Ah,
sure
you
that's
can
just
backtrack.
basically Far Eastern cultures,
Lucky,
right?
best answer is yes, but no.
Yes, but actually
no. Another of
Oh,
my favorite.
actually, no. Yes
favorite games.
and no.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, they actually do. Nah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no. Lucky and I know.
We know.
I assume that is something I will learn later.
Yes, and but don't worry about that plot line until Stormblood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling. They didn't give anything too away, but I had a feeling when the expansion introduced to the samurai class, maybe. Oh god, I remember this part in the main MSQ. This is so frustrating. There's a lot of going around talking to people.
Oh no.
The
So when I
resettlement
got-
thing.
When I got to where Omega's at, this is where I definitely felt the EXP gain drop off.
Oh yeah. Although to be fair, right after that is what I consider my favorite part of what I've played of the post Realm Reborn story. So at least there's that to look forward to.
No, the Aura were not here originally. But I don't
No,
remember.
they-
I don't remember when they exactly were added though.
Stormblood.
Was it Stormblood they were fully added?
That's my guess.
No,
I think it was actually Heaven's Ward.
I think it was Heaven's Word. Yeah.
Actually,
You see your first Aura in the post MSQ for Realm Reborn.
Oh yeah, because there's an aura that's the Dark Knight. My bad.
Okay, I'm back.
Chrisella, I'm not sure if you were here for the very first few streams, but there is a pecking order when it comes to.
My bad.
Luckily, I
Wrecking
wasn't here.
Order.
No, I remember. I'm actually below Axe.
Well, Axe isn't here.
Well, he's not here, so I don't think you are right now.
Below the bottom.
Although he's talking a lot of shit for someone who's not here.
What?
In the Crow's Nest, Axe said that Dallas has changed Stunning Omega with nonsense again.
No, I don't usually get shades done that badly.
Although I did have my 2 cents about the wild talk.
It's okay, we're done now. And back, we're pushing buttons, we're advancing.
Oh no, like I posted that GIF meme. Dallas, that is a very cool mount. I could totally see FF14 having something similar.
Oh no.
Now I gotta
No,
speak
yeah,
to
that's the one
Felipe
thing.
again.
Like game mechanics, I'll say that. Mechanics-wise, I think 14 is better in almost every way than WoW. It's just the art direction is the one thing I miss. There were a lot of really cool visual stuff.
I mean, they have very
Sorry,
distinct.
I can only remember. I only played WoW back in the day where everything was crude polygons. So,
That's very fair.
I mean,
And
Blizzard's
Dallas,
been
the
going
thing-
on for like 15 years. They've upped their game.
The thing I say to you, Dallas, in terms of art direction, get further in the game. God damn it, they get better.
No, I understand. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just
They
I
are
think-
very distinct aesthetics, and you miss the WoW has a very particular aesthetic.
I think a good typical game comparison. It's kind of like comparing Wind Waker to Twilight Princess.
I don't think that works because I would feel the opposite way. I fucking hate is a strong word. I am less enthused about Wind Waker's art direction than most people are.
Well, I'm glad you caught yourself.
I was about to say, like, you didn't
Yeah.
hear Lucky's knuckles
Well,
were popping as I made a fist.
Twilight Princess, I'll put it bluntly. Twilight Princess is my second favorite Zelda game.
Is it because it has
It's solid.
the hot mid?
No,
Listen,
No,
I
it's
took
that is
Loth.
a child.
Loth!
That
It's
is not a
Dallas.
Child.
No, it's
It
not
does
Lost
not.
at Hot Midna.
Well, Omega, this is a game that has no points. Can you guess what my favorite Zelda game is?
It's Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
No,
Ooh,
listen,
Lost.
listen. I have been doing fail portrayal long enough. I understand how this works, and I am shocked that Loth doesn't. I know he's just trying to get the cheap jokes in, but like, come on.
Yeah, the
you
cheap
know why? It's because Twilight Princess, like after Majora's Mask, is I think one of the creepiest ones.
Argue Twilight Princess is darker because there is one point. It's an optional area, but you do see the results of the Highlighted Kingdom doing a little bit of a genocide, just a little bit.
There is the abandoned Gerudo town, yes, but no. Like, I mean, I think visually, Majora's Mask is more openly creepy because I think it's trying to be.
Oh yeah.
It was on the N64, so they had to really ramp stuff up so you could fucking see. Speaking of games that are like blocky and polygonal,
Oh god.
Dude, Twilight Princess is more subtle in its creepiness, but still very dark and creepifying.
Although I'll say this, for an N64 game, Twilight Princess held up a little bit. You know what game has not held up? Fucking
Did you just
Ocarina
say-
of Time. That game
Did he just say
was-
Twilight Princess was on the N64?
I meant a Majora's Mask. Yeah. No, you're right.
That's okay. We've all misspoken here today. All right.
Ocarina of Time has not held up visually well. At least the N64 version.
Well, this is why you get the 3DS versions.
True and based.
I got both. And also to be double fair, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Majora Mask was made with Ocarina of Time assets.
Yeah, but art-wise, it is polished up a little bit.
Well, yeah, you have the
'cause
time
it came
to
afterwards.
you have the time to. Once you don't need to build your engine, that means you have time to refine. Like fundamentally, games like Horizon Forbidden West and like God of War Ragnarok, those are all still using a lot of the same assets as their first game, but because they've had some extra years of polish, they can get some extra vibes out of it, and obviously they get bigger performance out of it if you're playing on PS5.
Also, I'm about to fight Valos over fucking Ampamidna because that is not a child. That's a fucking goblin.
No, but I also would not necessarily say I would be attracted to Impamidna.
That's fine.
Also,
You do
she's
you.
way too much of a brat.
Dallas, I've already explained that I'm a bit of a deviant, so yeah.
Deviant 5, Loth.
What?
I said Deviant 5.
Look, if I'm going for attractive Zelda characters, I'm just going for Urbosa. And I don't have to explain myself to them.
No, you don't. You
No,
don't.
you don't. You don't. No one's gonna fight
I
you
mean,
on
listen,
that.
let's just. I mean, I feel like I can be.
Look,
Breath of the Wild is the latest game in the series. That means that they have the latest engine and stuff. Lots of people in Breath of the Wild are hot. I think most of them are, in fact.
yeah, I think literally every character except for the bird guy because he's a dick.
He's
Listen,
kind of an asshole.
I might have had an O moment when I saw Prince Sidon.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has that moment with
Oh
Prince
God, it's a
Sidon.
himbo.
That seems to be the
Stop
general consensus I've talked about Breath of the Wild, which is, oh no, they're all apart.
Yeah,
I mean, I
basically.
won't say it's as much like I admit.
Ganondorf is hot in that
I mean,
game.
admittedly, it's like it's my brain, but my current brain state. But like, it's not like Hades level where like literally you're like, oh,
No, that is
everybody
true.
is hot.
Well, I wouldn't say everybody in Hades.
It's not. That's my sword. There we go. This one's first person.
This
Sorry,
that
it's the
doesn't
it's
belong
the
here,
other
but I'm gonna post it because we mentioned Urabosa.
it's the other stick.
Ah, yes, good old
Oh,
play.
am I being poisoned right now? I think I am.
Why does that look like Quasimodo?
But I just wanted to bring this to chat's attention. We have we have the rare minor Y'shtola here.
I'm sorry, we don't
She's in
serve minors
disguise.
here.
It's a great hat. Where did you get the hat? It was my. I had a brief moment of confusion there because it's the other stick to go first person in judgment.
Look, I'm like Ultra, I'm not gonna fight you on True Midnight, but I know my tastes. I've been around the internet too much.
Listen, I love True Midna too, but I also love Itmidna. I want both.
Okay, no los dos.
Listen, we all know about Seizing Destiny, though, right?
Yes. I'm actually looking for that because I know I have it somewhere on this goddamn
I know you
computer.
do have it somewhere. I'm quite surprised it didn't come up yet.
Because I
Though,
haven't
speaking
found
of
it.
like dark Zeldas, Breath of the Wild is a very interesting one because it's very subtle, but it is very like openly post-apocalyptic. But it's much more reserved. It's got a lot of that.
It's the post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
True. It's got a lot of that. It leans very, very heavily onto show don't
It's
tell, which is
hard
good.
to do that kind. Like I said, I wouldn't call Breath of the Wild a dark game because I don't think it goes for the same vibes. But it's very hard to do that kind of a story without having a little bit of that fridge horror, like,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, I feel
Oh,
like part of
no.
it is tone. Like Breath of the Wild is definitely supposed to be like ultimately hopeful, but has a lot of like, hey, man, this thing sucked.
yeah.
I'm very curious how Tears of the Kingdom is gonna go because they called it Tears of the Kingdom.
I love just Omega gets out of a cutscene and this pudding's like, wow.
Yeah, you know, it's my
Blip.
bite-sized pudding. Just like, blep, I am here.
Blip.
All right.
I lucky. We talked about it, or something similar. Where is our like eyeball mount or the what was it, the heck die mount?
We can get a fucking gazer mount.
Wait,
you know,
is there a mimic chest mount?
No.
Damn it, this game has failed me too.
I'm trying to think. I don't even. We don't.
Every time WoW did a mount pull, I'm like, I want a mimic chest mount.
We do have mimic chests, but they're in a very certain set of dungeons.
Yeah, no, I think they're only like in 2 dungeons that I think of. Which
Loth will probably.
honestly, I think that's kind of a failing on 14. Now that I think about it.
I mean, probably not because that's not how they do loot. But are there mimics like there are mimics in Final Fantasy 12 anywhere in this game?
Like how
No,
so?
you will not go to a safe point and it'll start attacking you.
No, that's not that one. That was that one time. I'm talking about
Oh,
actual the little because everything in 12 is,
and
is
pots,
pots or
that's true.
jars
The
that turn
model
into
is
spiders.
there. The model is used in here, I believe, but they're not mimics.
Okay, no, all right, they're just weird spider things. Yeah, so in 12 everything is a pot or a jar, but some of them unfold into spiders.
Oh shit, that's what I should play. That's what. I'm sorry. No, finish your thought, Omega. I won't lose this.
No, I was done. Actually, that was the end of it.
Yeah, no, but that's what I should pick up. I should actually sit down and beat 12 because I beat
You
Deathloop like I beat Deathloop a couple days ago, and I'll have my thoughts on that fucking come what's up because I do have some thoughts as I made some realizations about at the end of the game. But I was kind of trying to figure out what the fuck I was gonna play next, and you know, you guys like I have been playing tactics in my spare time, and you know, I'm getting that that Evilise blood going. It's like, oh fucking yeah.
Yeah, Zodiac Age.
12
It's free on
exists,
PS
and I think they have the special version in the fucking the PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, Zodiac Age is free on PS Plus.
Look, I'll say this: 12 is my favorite PS2 Final Fantasy.
What you should do is do what I did that Omega finds disagreeable, which is make Balthier Dragoon.
I will do what the fuck I want.
Oh, I did if Omega rejects that, he would not like my last playthrough of 12, where I just made everyone the worst possible class for their stat line.
That sounds like a Dallas Mac. Yes.
Well, no, that's
No,
like
I would
after
wanna
you beat the
complete
game
content.
2 times. That's when you just go, well, I gotta make this different, so I'm just gonna go.
I should
find
actually
Oh,
wrap
shit.
up Zodiac Age
Loth,
sometime.
do you
Brand new
remember
now, White Mage.
Loth, do you know if they added the new fucking deep dungeon yet, or is that a later patch?
I'm not sure. I don't think we've got a new deep dungeon. We've got the variants, remember, but that deep dungeon.
Oh yeah, no, cause yeah, they're coming out with I think the Eureka deep dungeon or something.
Oh god, Eureka.
Another thing we need to fucking do, but
Yeah, we need to get some assholes through it.
Loth,
By assholes, I mean myself.
I've named a Pokemon after you.
Which one?
Well, technically, it's 2 Pokemon in 1. It's a Kakabat. Kakuna and a Zubat.
Okay.
Dallas is playing his weird
Oh,
Pokemon
right,
fusion
fusion
thing
thing.
again.
Yeah.
don't you
That-
dare post them.
Yeah, I'm about
Don't
to
you
say,
fucking
do
dare
not,
post
don't
them.
do
I
that. Is
was
the
not.
chain stun. We won't do that again. We had enough of that.
I didn't do it. Lucky, I learned.
Omega
I
is
learned.
correct. Welcome to the FF14 stream where we talk about everything but 14.
I posted that. Fuck you.
Oh, okay. Look, I just see Studio Omega. I don't know which one is which.
I have the controller in my hand, Loth. It's probably because Lucky's on PC. It's probably easier for him to alt tab and type.
Yes.
Anyway, nice boat, Alphino.
So it was like the same one for the cutscene earlier. It's just stuck there.
Omega, you said that, and I just got the hugest PTSD flashback in my head.
Nice boat.
Nice boat.
I will say the water around Vestra Bay doesn't seem particularly nice.
Oh my god, will this game fucking load?
Hold on, let me double check.
Why is it
What
taking an hour? Oh right, I have to install Endwalker.
What are you doing, Lucky?
I'm still on story. Shit's fucked.
Dog. I haven't actually continued the story. But yeah, let me go back to the Tertium.
Boy. We gotta go navigate old Da again.
This is the guy in his
Remember
Rathalos.
what streets are where. Actually, I think
Yeah, this
the
is
inside.
gonna.
Okay.
Oops, is this? Oh, is this gonna be our trial? I bet this is gonna be our trial.
I'll say this, Omega. This is the storyline that really made me hate Ul'dah.
Understandable.
And while I'm here, this guy is related to punching Double Ifrit. So we'll just scratch that off while I'm standing here.
Yeah, the boy. Then go.
See the square. Sorry, for a second it looked like that one mage was holding up a fucking banana. I think they just had yellow gloves. Okay.
Oh, Nana?
I have unlocked Wondrous Tales.
No, let's zoom around the wrong.
I need to go pick up my Wondrous Tale.
Okay. No? What button is it to fucking zoom out my minimap again? There we go. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I won't be staying as long tonight because I got to go to bed early. So I will not be dead in the morning.
Yeah, you been talking about that off camera a little. You've been busy at work and stuff, I think, right?
Yeah. Like it completely caught blindsided me Monday, and then when I got home, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna go die now. Goodbye.
Yes, you missed Dad of Boy, unfortunately. But we had fun, and by which we had fun, I mean that we met Heimdall. You were right. He's an asshole. I believe somebody in chat said it best. Heimdall is a pill. He's bitter and better in small doses.
I can agree with that. And all, I think that the thing that I am a little sad I missed that because
The Thor and Loki Power Hour was very fun. Yes, I'm sure that was one of the things. And there's some other new characters bumbling around. Well, we'll see where we pick up next.
yeah. Nah, but the thing about Heimdall is all like, he's an ass, but he's not wrong. Literally, fuck. Shut your mouth. But no, he will not shut his mouth.
No, I said this on the stream. I feel like Heimdall's problem is that he feels like he's the smartest motherfucker in the room because of his power of foresight. When,
Kind of also is.
I mean, yes, but no, because when you're in a room with Odin and Loki, you can't be the smartest motherfucker. I know that our Loki is kind of a dumbass sometimes, but he's trying, right? No, that's to the Coliseum. Oh, God, I'm goddamn lost again in old minimap. Help
I
me
don't
out
like
here.
going to Aldal. It's not because of the blatant racism and wealth disparity. It's just, no, it's very confusing.
Okay, which exit is that supposed to be?
Yes, this is now a trial I have to do.
But the reason I hate Ul'dah more than I hate Gridania is because, at least in Gridania, they just are very in-your-face about their prejudices. With Ul'dah, they pretend they're all nice and sophisticated.
It's okay, dude.
There isn't actually an exit here, so it's in the other area, right? Sorry, Chad. I'm just trying to actually figure out how to properly perceive my map. Yes, okay. It's just a dead end for no reason.
Do I want to do this trial right now? Not really. I don't want to get into any long-form content right now. Because who knows what I might be needed for.
Oh, Omega, did you... You don't pay attention to wrestling, so you might not... I don't know how far this penetrated into the real world, but... Did you see the internet got set on fire last night because of something someone may have just made up?
Not with that little context. I may know what you're talking about, but I may not.
So there was a rumor, basically, that someone said was confirmed that WWE had sold to the
Yes, okay.
Saudi Arabia...
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called.
There it is.
It's like Public
OPEC?
Interest Group or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
OPEC?
Hold
One
on.
day
No,
I'm
no.
just gonna straight up ban non-Final Fantasy topics on the Final Fantasy stream.
I mean, I admit there wasn't much to talk about Final Fantasy because I was fucking lost, but I think I know where I'm going now.
Yes, and you probably would be less lost if people were stop talking about things other than Final Fantasy.
Lucky? I don't know about that. My sense of direction is terrible.
Yes, it's probably not made better when you have to think about things to say to people. To people.
The stream
I
is
don't know, I'm
cursed.
usually pretty good at thumbs and also language centers, but not always. So, cutscene. Now
Well,
I'm
if
in
it
a
wasn't
cutscene.
a patch day, Lothar Caesar would probably be like guiding you.
Yeah, but in addition, Lucky,
What's up?
I just had the MSQ mention. Oh yeah, you've mastered Reaper, right? As I've just only picked up Reaper, and then I'm so concerned. What do you mean I mastered it?
Like one of these days, I will go back and like do some of these stories quests. Like I'm gonna like once I get everything to 90, I am gonna just redo the entire story quest line, so I can see all the little nods and mentions to like all the other shit you've done.
Yeah, there's one particular cutscene I want to go back to because of how many references they can cram in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I am gonna go unlock the new alliance, right? Though, so I can start hanging out with the girls.
Oh, you haven't unlocked it yet?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for you.
Alphino, can
Let's
you
continue
go into
story
bars? Aren't you like 16? Who am I kidding? It's Oda. They let you in. They let you in a bar.
I mean, I'm not sure how it is over there, but over here we have kids that can enter into like taverns and all that. They just can't order any alcohol.
It depends on the state.
Oh yeah, it depends on the state. And technically, if it's actually meant to be like technically an adult establishment, they won't let you in. But like,
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah,
You open up to the tavern. Here's a kids menu.
If it's a bar, I think you can't go in. But if it's like a sports bar, there's a lot of gray area stuff in the U.S.
It depends. That's why I liked it over up in Europe. It's like, can you reach over the counter, have a fucking drink?
Alright.
Yeah, it's my boy.
It's your boy walking very slowly. If I got the right cutscene.
Yeah, you do. You never see a Lalafell carry this shit. Ow.
But can you imagine though?
Sorry, stretching my
It'd be
legs.
hilarious, yes.
It is funny. I've also just, now that I'm back here, and I've remembered this. Alphino likes this place. He's in this bar / restaurant / tavern a lot.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's also where the guildmaster is for Ulda, I think.
We have
Yeah,
traveled
it's
some
a-
several
yeah.
thousand miles
It's a
across the sea.
proprietress.
Guys,
in the
I have a
nation of
question.
Doma.
I'm
In
talking to
hopes
people
that
at the
we
table,
might
but I
find
also include you in
sanctuary
this.
these lands.
So how come I don't have a mug, huh? Alphino has a mug. This lady has food. I got nothing. What the fuck? Am
You're
I
gonna
not a
see
valued
the-
member of this team, Alphino?
You're gonna see the food disappear into the mass.
She just goes into the hell. Yeah, she's fully masked.
I think this happens more than once.
Lying within Othard.
At least
Doma is
not until they
under
get better
the
with
dominion
food
of
porn.
Dalian Empire, as I'm sure you are.
Well,
Yeah.
also I'm sure just in general they're rigging of stuff. Animation is complex. Making it disappear, requires you to set stuff up.
When the war
I'm
of
sorry.
succession broke out
At the
in
moment,
Gaia,
I'm in a
we
very snowy
explored
area.
the
Just
opportunity to
see
free
a lot of
ourselves
people
from
with
the yoke of
boobies.
imperial oppression,
It's
Kaboo!
great.
only to be crushed.
And one that was
And so I
perfectly
gathered
centered next to the
what few
NPC you need to
Domans
talk to.
escaped the reckoning, and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial
sorry.
rule, did you not?
It's true, we don't get a lot of news about the other side.
Doma is gone.
Moth, when you did
Razed to the
MSQ, did
ground as an example
did
to the
you
other provinces.
at what point did you do Crystal Tower? Did you do that part, or did you play it when it was optional?
12
No, when I was
years?
playing it, that was when it became
And your
mandatory.
people.
Do you remember when that was?
I believe patch
On a ship
5.4
anchored in Vesper
or
Bay,
5.3
flying
actually.
borrowed
Oh, that's a little
colours.
whiles away. Then never mind.
Yeah,
Many were
and understandably
convinced
so as to why it
rebel or
became
akin to those
mandatory.
who were.
Yes,
They
it
will
is,
not
but
come
like I
ashore
said,
until
like I
I
do
say
want to
word
go
that it
through.
is
I do
safe
want to
to
go
do
through
so.
that raid with him again. Let him experience the 24 man and see the chaos.
I mean, the
remember
game
that.
did just say that it did bring up that at some point something about that guy related to the Crystal Tower thing was required. That was a
mean,
thing that literally happened on this stream.
We could cap the stream off with Omega getting the first Crystal Tower raid.
We need.
It would be neat. And
I
then
thought
Omega can
audience
understand that
would
he
be
can never
rules,
leave
but was
CT.
summarily refused.
The lords of
Well,
Ul'dah
honestly, I
won't
did
entertain
Crystal Power.
foreign refugees without
You
suitable
will eventually.
encouragement.
Oh boy.
Well, it depends.
Mayhap I
Did
was
your old
foolish to
character do it, or
expect
is this new
otherwise.
character done
But
it
our
yet?
supplies
No,
run
I don't
whenever we
think
have
either
young
did.
ones in urgent need of care.
I'll have fun with that.
I have seen the tents outside the gates, however,
Nope, I think
We're
I've
not
already
the first
found
to
the
see
dungeon
the
Lucky's talked about
nor will we be the
with the new
last.
patch content.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed.
This is within your...
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain
Far be it from me
influential
to boast,
individuals.
proceeds to boast. Thank you, Alpha now.
I am in your debt.
Lady,
Yes,
I
he-
love Alpha now.
forgive me for
He's
observing,
gonna-
but
You'll see.
your choice
You'll
of
see.
attire seems like
I-
to evoke
I
feelings of
Don't normally like to
mistrust.
bring up this content creator, but sadly, Asmongold put it the best way.
Oh,
A Realm
Jesus.
Reborn Alphino is basically a Redditor.
You know, that's kind of fair.
It's
But also, fuck Asmongold.
Yeah, I know.
Men
That's
are
why I said I
wont
don't
fear
want to
the
bring him up.
unfamiliar. We know this from experience.
Green ass
We
rat
seek
face
only to
bastard.
spare the people of Ul'dah
Damn.
unnecessary disquiet.
Gee, tell us how you really feel.
Look, if
yeah,
he wants to
probably
talk-
not on a stream that's recorded for posterity.
Look, he is the loudest shit talker in the world. If he can't take one insult, I'd be very.
He is very loud
surprised.
and angry. He has a lot of...
For a man as
He is
skinny
a-
as him, he should have thick skin.
Yeah, and he usually does. to
He
be
has a
fair.
particular style of presentation.
That is
yes.
not an insult. I will lob at him.
Yeah, no. He is very thick-skinned and should be.
I shall defer to you.
I thank you for your understanding.
I need to be cloaked head to toe because I'll
Seems I
freak
have
people
urgent
out.
business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable
But Alpha, no,
hands.
my hands are incredibly spiky.
Loft, tomorrow, do you want to do the New Alliance raid with me?
Oh fuck yeah, yeah.
All right. Like I said, I'm probably gonna unlock and probably call it a night there because I gotta start winding down.
That's okay. I believe I've canceled my plans for tomorrow. Anyway.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yes.
Yep,
Tomorrow
and
is
it'll be a
Thursday.
Friday for me.
No, I'm just trying to remember everyone's schedules.
Yeah, I'm free. I mentioned this earlier before I got in the VC and while you were still at Soup, because I know I'm not quite caught up on some of my daily grinds and stuff. Need more tombstones to get all my armor pieces, but I know Axe isn't here right now. He talked about maybe doing dailies with us on Thursday, so that might be off camera.
I mean, yeah, I will probably be able to join you guys depending on how late you start it, because I think I haven't done all my intakes, so I can't stay that long. Because I can technically only see 2 of the clients on my list.
It's I can say it on stream. There was I was a bit worried about tomorrow because there's a possibility of me having to do an impromptu, informal interview with a place.
Ooh, fun.
Well, keep us appraised. Life is more important. I want you to have a fucking steady paycheck.
You need to pay for your sub.
Well, about to, yeah. No, we'll see.
So,
That was a
Very
very
well.
solid joke about unfortunate circumstances, where Loth said, "Even I don't pay for my sub."
no, I said that.
Oh, did you say that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember. It was you guys had a back and forth. I wasn't really immediately
Let's
involved.
scroll up.
There was the bolded about how much of an idiot Loth was. which
Yeah,
I
no.
really
Lucky
believed.
is the one who said it, and then
Okay.
I just I feel very fucking stupid.
There it is. Okay. Listen,
Following
I'm
an
not
image
good
of
at
Lalafell
attribution.
with equations.
Did you get that from the Lalafell server?
Yes, that one I do believe I picked up. from
I still love this fucking story though. Loft's just hanging around as his small Lalafell fucking self, and another Lalafell comes up to this motherfucker and they're like, "Hey, you seem cool. You want to get in our secret club?" And sends him a fucking Discord and like,
Yeah.
he opens it up,
Hey,
and
kid.
it's just a fucking Discord filled with other Lalafell players doing Lalafell things, following Lalafell shit. I'm just all like, that's fucking magical, you motherfucker. I'm still mad. I am mad you missed the fucking Lalafell parade. I'm so mad.
This
Look,
is
I
the
was
most.
busy
That is also, by the way, the most Lalafell thing I have ever heard of.
No, they do that regularly.
But
Even-
I can't
even
tell
before
if
I
it
joined.
gives off. I can't tell if it gives off more cult vibes or more organized crime vibes. But it's somewhere
Organized
in the middle
crime.
of those two.
Organized crime all the way.
Potato Mafia.
Have you
You
seen
gotta pay your
Lullafells?
dues.
It's
That is very true.
but no,
Lalafells are just Italians.
no. I believe it happened on stream. I'm not sure if you were there for that, Lucky. But while I was standing behind Omega while he's doing a thing for Hildebrand, someone just ran up and said, "Hey, you look cool."
Yes, I remember that. It was on stream.
No one has told me that. And I look amazing.
But you're not a Lullafell.
No.
I think you look cool.
Thank you, Dallas.
Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry. I should have. Too late. It'll sound patronizing if I say it now.
Yes, it will, you animal.
No, he's a potato.
I am not an animal.
You are a
I'm
potato.
human.
How are you doing? I'm a
Put me in the
potato.
ground and grow me.
God, I cannot get over the story of how that movie got made.
Which movie?
Elephant Man.
Oh, okay. I was.
Well, no, the I'm not an animal thing.
Yeah, Nophicas!
Wait, that wasn't a reference to Elephant Man. Okay.
We've come full circle.
Yeah, mind.
I'm in a cutscene, Dallas. I'm trying to read.
Sorry. At a moment, Lucky, I'm just having someone else like, "Why'd you do this? What do you get out of it?" And it's immediately just like, "Are you stupid?"
For shits and giggles, my friend. For shits and giggles.
Ah, no. Lucky knows what I'm talking about. You will eventually when you catch up.
I'll say that. That is the one thing I wish more MMOs would let you do. Is have your player have more vocal responses.
Yeah, I can understand why a lot of games don't, because that means actors,
Well, no.
recordings, lines, etc. But
I
like,
don't-
Take up-
I don't necessarily mean like in the like full on SOTOR everything voice acted, although that would be nice, but I more mean just like have there be a response that is like generic enough. Just give your character a little bit of personality.
Well, that's the fun thing, is like 14 didn't start that way. You actually started with the fucking just the very stoic self, and you would just nod at everything. You do it so much that at some point it just becomes a fucking joke. People remark, it's like, you must have very, very strong neck muscles from all that stoic nodding. And I think another line is like, all right, Adventure, you need to give him one of your patented stoic nods. And you're just like, okay. I don't remember actually
I believe that is main. Those jokes are in the near raids because Yoko Taro is like, okay, time to have some fun.
Yes, that is peak Yoko Taro-ness. But yeah, I don't remember when it was, but you actually started getting 2 to 3 choices just to pick how you answer people.
I think
That's
that's
'cause they kinda
it
grew
kind of
time.
started in Heaven's Ward and then just got better as time went on.
that's probably a tech-based and writer capability thing for them to realize that they can give you a couple of different responses and actually like program extra dialogue and stuff.
It's a thing. It doesn't even necessarily have to be that much extra dialogue, because if you write it in the correct way, and this is technically an art form, like that's the problem with SOTOR is they had to have everything be response based, so there's so much extra dialogue. Like I think it's still a world record in video games today of most dialogue in a game.
It's usually pretty. I mean, it's
But-
enjoyable for what it is. Yes, but
You can write it in a way where no matter what the response is, the response of your companion will be the same. Or more, it just gives your character more
Honored to meet you at last, Your Grace.
flavor.
Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and
Which I do
dignity.
appreciate, because God, are you bland in most MMOs.
I do appreciate that for some odd reason.
Welcome you to our
Sorry, I say
city.
appreciate. I laugh.
Be at ease, Lady Yugiri.
That is just like,
Although I
yes, welcome
myself
to
have
WoW.
heard
You
the
are the most
tale of your
important character.
misfortune.
By the way, in
I
these
would ask
cutscenes,
that
you
be
are
counted
nothing.
once more for the benefit
God,
of
every fucking
I
expansion,
shall
it's
wish, Your Grace.
oh, hello, Slayer of
Many
Lich King,
years,
defeater
my
of
nation,
Deathwing,
Denmark,
savior of
suffered under the
Azeroth.
yoke
Can
of
you
an
collect
evil
10 goat asses
My
for my
people yearn
uncle?
to be free.
That was a
Thus,
common complaint. Like
When a
these
war
characters
of succession
still
broke
don't
out
know
in
my name.
Garlemald, We sought
God.
to take advantage of the chaos.
It
No,
is
they know
definitely
you
a
might
different thing in
alas,
writing. Like immediately, I do
our
feel like
enemy
14 is a
proved
little
less
bit better
brave
about
than
that.
we
Like
had
obviously, not
our
everybody knows who the
rebellion
fuck I am,
down in the
but
most
having cleared
brutal
AAR, I have a personal acquaintance of most major world leaders in our region,
Well,
and
I
like
think the
they're like,
helpful-
"Hey, you're pretty cool. You work
I
in
think
science."
the smartest thing they ever did was do the whole give you an organization name,
Yeah.
so they can just refer to that.
Well, I think one of the things I do
Those
like a
who
lot about
survive.
14 here is that,
How many do they
like,
number?
they get definitely better about it, but you actually
More than
start building
200
stronger
souls
bonds with
huddled
all
within
the rest of the
cramped
fucking characters
confines
of your
our
group.
own galleon's
Like, to the
hold.
point that you can
Yet
actually
this
go
figure
on
accounts for
in
but
dungeons
one
with
of the
them
number of
and not
ships
actually have to
it
do
is
a
my
fucking
hope
pug.
that you will allow us all to dwell within your
Oh,
And
that's
so-
nice.
Yeah.
Should
So no, I think they know what
I
they're doing,
understand. We
like
do
you know,
not
doing the
want
fucking
to
scions and
upper
whatnot. Even if you're the big, like
What
even
are
if
the
you're the like the
syndicate's
mighty
opinions on
fucking
this matter?
I, for one,
warrior of
think it's a
light, you're
marvelous
still a part
thing.
of the Science of Seventh
They
Dawn,
even
who are
keep people striking
more
me
than
as
just
an
you.
industrious lot, and there are
Well, yeah,
parts
yeah,
of
and
the
it,
city
it,
which
it
have yet to
allows
be fully
it
restored.
allows characters
If they are
to,
willing to work, I see no
and I'll say
reason
this:
not to
the
let them.
14.1 is way better about giving you unimportant bullshit quests than 14.2 or 14.0. Why did I say 2?
You mean 1.0?
You know what I mean? Yeah, or at least what the the beta was. God, I remember there was a quest chain.
This
Omega's
shit-
beating the main story quest, so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
You know where you have to find that depressed elven butler, with the mansion
Yes.
that's been
Yeah,
taken
Hawk
over by
Manor.
demons.
Yeah, Hawk Manor.
There was a quest chain in there that was like 20 quests long, where you had to like dust fucking walls. You had to arrange paintings. It was the most pointless bullshit. And the original way they found the demon was just a group of little kids who you were doing all these busy work quests for. Were like, oh yeah, we saw a demon over there. My God, that yeah.
This guy's name is Teledigi Eladigi. Or Adaligi.
Oh, I know who that guy is.
That's a
He's
Digimon.
No, it's a
No,
Lalafell.
He's a fucker, but
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I can
Yeah,
I
no,
can
know
tell
who
he's
that
not all right because he has a mustache and a very pointy goatee, which I suspect may just be a piece of paper he's taped to his face.
Fun
Also,
fact, he
I
tries
just-
to kill you if you start nilled off.
The head of the Mirage
Well,
Tribe
he
Yeah,
sends
nothing
goons
his
to try
generosity.
to kill you.
He sees profit. in
Yeah, no
so-
shit, Alphano. Have you seen his mustache?
Sorry,
I
quick
agree.
thing I've just
That
realized I
said,
wanted
these
to
are
point out.
foreign
There is a
refugees.
Rogadan
To admit
in
them
this
would
meeting
require a
who I'm
formal
not sure if you
resolution.
ever see him
Shall we
again.
call a vote?
Is it the big hat guy right there?
Yeah, but he's
I'm
He's
also,
sitting at
but
the
by the
table.
way, I think I've seen them before, but I'm once again struck by that other Lalafell with the fucking hat. I'm pretty sure they're
the
related
one
to
that looks.
the mage-looking one, and I'm like,
I
I
think
feel like
you'll
I've
see
seen
him
them
again.
before, but I can't remember where.
There's Lola
Lord
Rito. I
Lola
believe there's a
Rito?
statue of him in Vesper
oh,
Bay.
Frog King, is that fucking in the Arboretum? Oh yeah.
Tell me,
Sorry.
are you
mentioned
blind
it.
or willfully ignorant?
Anyway, but like I said,
Even now,
I
our
unlocked
streets are
the
choked
Lions
with the
Raid, so I'll see
displaced
everyone tomorrow.
victims of the
I'm gonna go
calamity
lay
of
down, try to
Alamagan
zen, and maybe I'll play a little bit of 12, but I gotta do it from bed. I gotta be horizontal.
All right,
Oh,
talk to you later, Lucky.
Later, everybody.
Bye.
They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flame.
So, Omega, I hope you're
the
prepared for
cost of
Brick's
which
Quest,
grows
also known
ever
as the
higher.
Refugee Crisis.
Yep. Yep.
So,
The wealth of
Botha,
Ulda
never
is
naming a
not
Pokemon
without
after you again.
limits.
After you again.
And need I remind
died.
you that
It died
these
like 2 seconds
refugees
after I
are
named it.
prone to violence
did.
and criminal
Oh, I
activity.
see. The
You have
refugees
all
are
read the
allegedly
reports, I
violent and they're a
think.
drain on our money. The funny thing is, this
Oh,
game is
this
Japanese.
was-
It is only a
I mean-
matter of time before men grow.
I'll be very honest, if there's
Some
one
say
country
the
that
chairman
treats
of the
refugees
East Alabama
worse than the
Trading Company
US,
passes guilt
it's
twice
Japan.
daily.
Well, it's
This
true.
may
They have a very
explain how he
homogenous
came to be
culture.
the
I
wealthiest man in
there's
Ulda.
there's a reason why
It
they're
may
the
simply
entire
be that his
meta plot
ruthless
of
beyond
Ghost in the
reckoning.
Shell second gig is refugee related. Actually, I think comes up even first in the
Surely
first season
the
of Salem
South can
Complex.
support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial
That was like,
collapse.
I am the Sultana. I understand our wallets are very large.
I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate. What were your words that day? Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be...
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
I do this Lolorito guy really does like playing with fire. Like Raban's telling him to mind his tongue, and I'm like, yeah, you better, because I'm pretty sure Raban could like fucking spike you like a football, and you would break all of your potato bones.
I don't know. He might be a black mage though, so he could just
I
fireball.
share your concern.
No, he can't do that instantly.
Great nation,
You
Yeah,
can do a
okay.
volleyball attack.
endeavor to take a
I think
longer
the name
view.
you're thinking of Dallas
You
is
know
the
as
Syndicate.
well as I that people
Yeah,
desire
fuck those
resources
guys.
still more precious than gil.
This is why I wish there were dark side options in this game. Because as soon as I went
Precious
into that
or
meeting,
not,
I would just
they
been like,
were never yet so reliable.
hey, I want to
And
show you
unlike
this
those who
video clip
frequent your
of fucking Anakin
establishments,
Skywalker
I
in Young
have
Lens.
no
And
desire
this is what's
to
about to
gamble
fucking
with
happen.
my future. Uldar's greatest asset is and has ever. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger and how far the vaunted Mirage have fallen.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not
No,
your concern.
even though
my
I have
lord.
changed to
The
Lalafell,
proposal
I
has
will
been
just
taken.
say I am not a fan of a lot of
To accept the
Lalafells
Doman
and Ulda.
refugees or not. Those in
Benefit of a lot of the anyone in Ulda.
And he just, I love how they use the smash cut to just, they cut behind the chair, so you don't have to see him fucking get down. We can't
I feel
show you
like
the
I
animation
judge-
of how Lalafels get out of chairs.
I judge the Syndicate more harshly for being Uldaim than for being Lalafell.
Yeah?
The only good person ever to live in Ulda
Would
is
that it were
Thancred.
within my power to welcome you and your
And he's still
fellow
technically
Lords.
tried to destroy the world a
As you
bit.
have observed, however,
Who's possessed at the
my
time?
authority in such matters is
Isn't
regrettably limited.
Technically, the Golden Saucer in
Without the
Ulda
consent of the Syndicate,
area.
I understand your
Yeah, but that's because it's owned by someone who doesn't care.
No, it's not in Ulda. It's in
Right. That
Nad,
that area.
because Ulda's the city.
If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little
Yeah, Lalafell and Ulda go hand in
that
hand.
you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances. Oh,
I mean, like you said, this Teleji Aleleji, he doesn't seem like a great guy either, but at least he's willing to take business risks on refugees. Because he thinks he'll get paid out more later, but he's willing to try.
It's just like the Democrats. I mean, what?
The monetarists have grown especially defiant of late.
The monetarists. You have a political movement whose name is just money.
The
Money. Money.
God. We are the monetarists.
Yeah, no, it is blatantly.
Oh my god, guys. Hey, have you met my political party? It's called Crystals. I eat crystals, I grow strong.
There have been multiple fucking political parties called just the Capitalist Party.
There are a lot of weird political party names. It's true. It's just it's very funny. They try to fancy it up with like fantasy terms. See, when I wrote political intrigue for Gensekai stuff, I did this a lot simpler. I just named everybody after colors and birds. You guys will find out later.
No. Omega, you always, for me, it's you always do whatever the organization is called, then whatever the nation that organization is based in, then nationalist, and then a word that is a synonym for a group, like front or collective or organization.
Yeah, that's not very fantasy though.
Choose your reward. 3 colors or gold.
This
I
is
can
why
get
don't,
cash. I can get lilac dye, which does not look lilac or purple at all.
Or I do the
brown.
whole MySpace stripper name generator.
Money.
Money. I thought about taking the dye, but we'll take the cash. I can turn that into stuff later. I don't think I need these pieces of jewelry they keep getting me because that's where I started with my
I like money.
tombstones. Money.
But yeah, because Lucky's not here to yell at me now.
That doesn't mean I can't.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about this because it's hilarious. Always check your sources because you may take You may report a story that you don't have a good source for that the entire internet takes seriously and starts multiple trending Twitter hashtags.
It does happen a lot.
Isn't there a literal site that's has a bunch of dedicated stories that are like, we are explicitly saying this is fake.
Well, I mean, it's a little more complicated because WWE is in the process of selling. Like that, they didn't make it wasn't that crazy where they're just like, they made up the fact that they were being sold. It's just, one, I don't care how long this deal has been in process, you don't just take hold of a company again and then sell it in 2 days. That isn't how business works.
Right outside. Yeah, it's not the kind of thing that you magically happen. It is very.
Oh yeah, no, Vince McMahon did actually stage a hostile takeover. That was a thing that did happen. He's CEO again.
Yes. Okay, so that part, because I've seen both of these stories reported.
No, that part is true.
So Vince is back in, which nobody's happy about, except maybe Vince.
No. The entire board of directors wrote him a letter basically saying, please don't come back. And then he fired 2 of the board of the directors, installed his own people, and went, fuck you, I'm back anyway.
I feel like, Raban, we could have just had this... I mean, I guess you want to be on home turf, but this is literally all the same people we were just inside the palace.
Yeah, but this way it's in his Immortal Flame territory.
True.
I have found a giant owl holding a staff.
Is it a cool staff?
Is his name Kapora Gabora?
Oh no, you're in Heaven's Wood.
Yeah, I'm under the tallest teacher's house.
Oh, fucking finally, the game's installed.
Now Dallas can actually play Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah. That may have been why my conversations had not much to do with 14, because I was not allowed to play game.
See, this is why we just let stuff download. My game updated it just automatically with my PS5 automatically updating stuff.
Yeah, but if I let things automatically update, occasionally Steam starts downloading like 50 billion updates at once, and I can't get into my work emails.
True, Steam's decision on when to update things is sometimes weird. Like, it'll stack stuff up, and I feel like it waits just for, like, a random day sometimes. Because I'll notice my computer's being slow or Steam's being freaking like, what's going on? Downloading, in the middle of downloading 4 things. I'm like, what?
Why?
You just rack these all up? Did all 4 of these games have an update today? And then other times I'll click it, and it'll be like, one thing downloaded, 2 things waiting. I'm like, why are you waiting? Why not just install the 2 things?
Okay, so earlier on, Lucky talked about food porn. Yeah, there's food porn happening right now in MSQ.
I suspect so.
On my side.
Probably what made him think of it.
Let me rip open this dumpling. You can see the soft, meaty insides.
Oh god, the Death Star. Wait, why is the Endwalker stream just a Star Wars movie?
You didn't know?
No,
Final Fantasy was Star Wars all the way down.
Endwalker.
Okay, yeah, no, it's... you know
it's
what?
A moon and a Star Destroyer and the Earth.
Yeah, good. I'm not explaining shit.
No, that's what
I mean, that's like, I mean, I feel like the response to Dallas is like, oh god, why is Endwalker Star Wars? Is like, it's that always has been meme.
To be fair, yes, Final Fantasy is just Star Wars. Especially 12.
Sorry, I just remembered something. I wish there was a way to actually properly change what was your home screen. Like,
I do as well.
I miss Shadowbringers.
I miss the Stormblood one. I like that one a lot.
I have not seen the original A Realm Reborn one.
I mean, you can do it if you go to the videos and movies, whatever it was.
Okay.
I only seen the Stormblood one because I watched, I think, Jesse Cox play a raid.
Running.
Loading. Can't remember what I was supposed to do. Oh, right, I have to go do that.
Oh, this person's also...
Hey, Omega, guess what my main story quest objective is?
Oh, no, Omega, what that president's doing is that challenging the Lalafell to a fucking triple triad match.
I'll give you a hint.
Challenge to a card.
If you had an eidetic memory, you would still have a 50% chance of getting this right if you memorized every main story quest objective.
I mean, is it Return to the Waking Saints?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm checking out Alphinaud's shoes because I saw them in a cutscene and they look kind of weird. My guy, do you have Heelys on? Is that what's going on here?
Yes.
What the fuck?
No, Alphinaud has drip. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't say Heelys, but they do give him a bit of a heel, as in like they make him slightly.
No,
taller.
they're heels.
I can't remember.
They're like
they're not Heelys, but they're heels.
They look like they've got like little wheels or extensions coming out the side. I'm not sure why.
I think that's just because everything designed.
They're kind of asymmetrical.
by
Okay.
him have But no, I love Alphinaud's drip.
By the way, why do you have a?
He's-
I'm not gonna say it's wrong, but why do you have a pressure gauge on your chest?
Because he's the engineering sibling.
Which is weird
He's
because
the
he's
tech
carrying a
sibling.
book right now. I figured that out. He's carrying a folding book.
Yeah.
He's just
He
chilling.
guesses to what the book is for.
Oh, no,
For hitting people, obviously.
so to differentiate their personalities before they had one, well, to be fair, Alphinaud always had a personality. Sadly, Miss not appearing in the main story did not. But
It's because she didn't appear in the main
the
story.
brother's the one into tech, and the sister's the one into magic, which is why she's going to research the place where her father exploded.
Grandfather.
Grandfather, right?
Comedy.
Look, he looked like about 30 when he in the first patch.
Louis Soir?
Yeah,
1.0.
he didn't look that old. Though he is a fantasy elf, so that doesn't mean anything. He's an elf, right? I'm not.
Wrong game.
Ellison, yes.
I did that again.
It's okay.
God damn it. What are they fucking called in Final Fantasy again?
Ellison, yeah.
Ellison.
Ellison, yeah. Luis was an Ellison, right? Am I crazy?
Yes.
I mean, I'm looking at Alphinaud's ears, and they're very pointy, so.
And he doesn't have horns.
And he has the double idiot hair. He is also not a Shrek, so it's pretty easy to tell.
So while Ellison and most elf-like things live longer or naturally, how fast do they age? Because I think one of the jokes a lot of people have is, okay, post-time skip, you're gonna come back and the twins are gonna be towering over you.
The twins are already towering over me. I'm a Lalafell.
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
I don't think the twins will ever be towering over me. I'm the second tallest race in the game.
I believe that I am. I'm just trying to wait for the cutscene to come. Yeah, okay. So currently, as the tallest Aura female, I am about half a head taller than Alphinaud, I'd say. And he's wearing heels.
I believe Auras are shorter than the middle races.
I still find it hilarious
Female
that when
Aura,
you think
anyway.
about it, Momodi's just on a stool.
Yeah, she's just standing on a stool back there. I assume that's just like there's no even in their own city, there's nothing given to accessibility for Lalafell in this fantasy world. It's just commonly accepted that Lalafell stand on things you normally sit on as a tall race. That's just
Did we ever
culturally
meet
how they go.
I can't remember what their fucking dad's name is. Fartlocker?
No, you don't see him until Endwalker.
He's a
So
dick.
you've got a while.
Because I know that Louis Swan mentioned him in the original story.
I'm not allowed to
He's
go
like,
behind
their
the camera,
father
but you
is
can see
some fucking where.
I can manipulate the camera. Yeah, she has a footstool to stand on.
Elfland.
He's well, actually not Elfland, Shalayan, or Shalaya.
Oh right,
You can
Magic
see,
Land.
yeah. And I have, I think. Hold on, are these? It's hard to look at myself.
You know, the height disparity is pretty big. There's a lot of just like really tall and really short races.
I think I'm right. Yeah, as a Dragoon, I'm wearing flats.
It goes Rogadin, Hrothgar, Viera, Hunan, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Pure, Elwyn, because sadly, they're usually taller because Alphinaud is young.
Yes, Ellison are usually taller than Hura.
Yeah. Then Aura are the second shortest, and then the shortest obviously are Lalafell.
Okay.
Well, Aura females are short. If you've ever seen Axe, they could be.
Yeah, Aura males are quite tall.
They can be huge.
I still think they're shorter than Viera, though.
I think.
I mean, are we counting the ears?
No, even without though, Viera are weirdly tall. Yes.
I have to return to Vesper Bay.
Dallas, no.
He's making loud clanks. Normally, we fixed Dallas's microphone about this.
Look, we're good. We're done. We're good. Everything's fine.
Noticing a lot more people rolling around in the Dragoon class trip
Yeah,
lately.
what the hell happened? Why is everyone suddenly a level 50 Dragoon?
I mean, it makes sense because most of the people I'm seeing are Sprouts who are on the same quest line as me. It's just very funny. I did not notice it before now, but there are quite a few people dressed the same as me.
Oh, right. I forgot the Mikote. I don't know where they fall.
I think that like
Yeah, no,
I mean, I literally stood next to another Dragoon wearing the same armor as me who was a cat girl, and we were the same height, so it's a similar range at least. I don't know where that character was on the slider, but
Mikote is slightly taller than Aura, but definitely shorter than the others. Yeah, male Vera are taller than male Aura, and I'm not counting the ears before you ask.
Okay, well, it's good we clarified that.
But it's not by that much. Roganin are obviously the tallest in both genders.
Now, what the fuck is going on right here?
And Hrothgar are also
Y'all need
similarly
crystals.
huge.
As a subsidiary for Y'all Need Jesus instead, I say Y'all Need Crystals. Hey, what are
Oh,
you doing?
actually-
You know this is a lady's front porch, right? Like, this isn't a public walkway, my guy. Trust me, I've been in this house. The lady here sucks.
Everywhere is a public walkway.
It's a very interesting context thing you just said there.
Thou must go find the children.
I'm gonna play a literal children's game. Why? Well, I guess you want them to stretch their fucking legs because they've been stuck at sea for so long. But seriously, you guys, you're getting fucking refugized, and you want to send them on a game of hide and seek?
Nothing bad will happen.
We
with
kind
this
of
at
want to
all.
hide them and distract them from the horrors of war.
Yes, science. Though I will allow you to call me a stallion. That goes in my list with the shallots and the scoins. And the scones. Or the stallions of the Seventh Dawn.
The scones.
The scones.
The sicko modes.
Sadly, Pint only does the joke 3 times, so there's only 3, but I love all of them. These are also good, though. I think it's either shallots or scones is my favorite from Pint's video about 14, but there's a lot of...
I think scones is the best one.
Yes. Scones of the Seventh Dawn. And we actually make some fucking scones.
The swans.
Oh no, they're gonna make me. Oh god damn it.
What terrible thing do you have to do, Loth?
At some point in the game, they will flex some engine changes and all that. They will let you play as different NPC characters in certain instances.
Oh,
and I was
Jesus,
expecting
that
to have to play as
sounds
someone. It's not awful.
Well, that's
It's
interesting.
not awful, but just not.
It is an interesting concept, but I can see how that could be weird because of just how... I talked about earlier about how 14 content's difficulty is usually focused on making sure you know what the fuck you're doing. And so giving you a new guy to do things as is probably a little bamboozling
Oh,
sometimes.
they simplify it, like they really simplify it, but it's still just a... Like, at this point in time, I only have 5 buttons to press.
Fucking cat boys.
Like,
everywhere.
you know how you've got your combos? They basically put it all as one button in these instances.
Oh my god, it's like an action game easy mode.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, if there's a moment they get you to play an Astro, they will not make you have to do the full Astro line.
The reason I say awful is just because I feel like that would fuck up my hotbars.
No, it doesn't.
I have to say,
Because
they probably pre-fuck up your hotbars for you.
Yeah, it's all just the one hotbar, and then it'll go back to normal.
I'm absolutely shocked there was not a
If
child
there's
hiding
anything
behind
I
those
hate
buildings.
in MMOs, it's when they fuck up your hotbars.
Squats.
Like, no, leave my bars alone. Leave them kids alone.
Ah, here's one. Here's a child. Come out, child. Look. Look
Punch the child.
Look at my little pudding.
Okay, Earth sprites.
No, trust me, small child. The horse birds are great. Still the same. Yeah, it's all still the same rough area. Stairs.
Alright.
Aha,
Collecting
gotcha.
corpses for a creepy old man.
Okay, Yozan, I have played your literal children's game.
Roha.
No, it was with your dad.
Now I found slug lizards.
No, even with holding 3 human-sized corpses, I can do flippy shit.
I like my pudding just blowing out next to this guy. Speak to the coachman. Johnny Coachman.
Ah, God damn it. Now, don't mind me. Speak with the urine coachman.
Sorry, I'm checking my 6 because I don't like the way you said "don't mind me." I feel like you're gonna sneak up behind me in like a tank
I'm
or
still
a
in my
Mikoshi.
duty.
Okay. Nope, wrong guy. Sorry, it's just when you say those things, that makes me afraid that like you're
Oh,
sneaking
hey,
up behind me in a
fuckboy
tank.
McGee, I remember you.
Dallas has such a way with his words.
I didn't even
No,
hear
it was that merchant you had to slap up and then had like a crystal seizure.
That guy! Please tell me I get to beat him up again.
Nah, but you do have to make him do your bitch work, which is kind of funny.
Thank God I get somebody to do my bitch work. Jesus. I feel like I'm doing everybody else's bitch
You've
work.
already done this quest, oh my god, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Where the fuck is that?
To speak with the common folk. Speak with this Lalafell labeled the devious derelict.
I think I remember that guy, yeah.
Cutscenes, yay.
Alright, I just watched Ishtola use the Force.
Don't we all
Yeah,
kind of
you
use
might.
the Force?
I have to seek out the church. Excuse me?
That was loud.
Yeah, you better excuse
But
me.
also, congrats.
Hey, Coachman. Yes, there was a weird level 50 mob in the middle of this desert with level 10 mobs.
Oh yeah, that's a world boss.
No, it was
Well,
It was a quest.
No, you can tell when it's a world boss because it'll usually have like a specific icon next to it.
No, this was just I touched a
quest
purple.
there's a lot of those, and I've gotten killed by multiple of them.
I just touched a weird purple spot for the story, and they made a level 50 guy come out because this is a bridge quest thing. But all the mobs around here are like level 14.
Yep, they do that.
You know, I will occasionally just notice, like, I'm in the middle of killing mobs, like, oh, that mob is level 50. I can't touch that one, or it will eat me. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, right, I have to press the button. No. Where am I supposed to go?
I think I got fucking obliterated by a child.
The fuck do I go?
Oh yeah, he just gets fucking flung off screen.
Zodia, obliterate.
Why did I become an adventurer? I don't know. I'm gonna say the thing about the wild rose. It's funnier.
That's the secret code phrase for the Scions.
Listen,
I love how that's
I'm gonna program these kids to be a sleeper agent. Also, I guess technically that is why I'm doing this, is for plot reasons, not really to get rich or famous.
I just wish you could say, because a giant crystal in the sky that I see in my head sometimes told me to.
I guess that is what giving them the Scion's passphrase answer is about. Just plot stuff.
How the fuck do I get up there?
I should not say that last part. Even though I fucking kicked the shit out of that castrum. It's got a lot of adventures there. You'll think it's cool. I know that we're being public, but I don't think the Scions of the Seventh Dawn being there will be cool. I mean, I did do some level 50 quests there, so yes, I guess they will be about as strong as I am right now. Buy weapons and armor. Train every day.
Oh, you know, Rowena, we've mentioned before, that's the lady you get the spin the tombstones on.
Okay, this does not... I have replaced the corpse with rocks.
It do be like that sometimes.
If you have time, Omega, I would recommend at some point, like even when not streaming, talk to some of the NPCs at the Rising Stones.
Now I have to talk to the Marquess.
Because as you go through the MSQ, they will change and move position every now and again, and their own little stories will advance.
I'll keep an eye out for them. I'm sure I will have to go to the Rising Stones many times.
Trey Rising Stones. At least it has a teleporter next to it.
Yeah. I actually do believe that was kind of the reason why we moved, was somebody brought up the fact that in Vesper Bay we didn't have a fucking Aetherite crystal.
Also, your landlord was a dick.
He was.
Yeah, he has a statue of himself in the middle.
I should punt that statue into the ocean before we leave.
You should punt that statue into the guy's house.
I don't know where he lives. He lives somewhere in Ul'dah. You think I'm gonna figure out his fucking address?
Then just punt it into Ul'dah.
No, but then it might hit refugees or something. We gotta be careful.
Left him in the city.
Will I be joining you? Yes, I nodded. Yes, I will be joining you, I guess. Been a while since I had a...
to eventually... I just want there to be a questline, an assault on Ul'dah.
I mean, that's what happened in 1.0.
Yeah, but like, I want to lead it this time.
Oh, okay.
We just that's gonna be our that'll be the next X pack. It's just we're gonna have the anti-establishment revolution in Ul'dah.
No.
We're gonna invent the guillotine, and it's gonna be the Gil-otine. You have to pay Gil to kill people. Get it? It sounds very Ul'dah.
Isn't that kind of against the principles of the thing?
The tiny Lalafell who invented it is like, you know, I never thought about it that way.
God, if anyone would invent a guillotine, it would be a Lalafell.
I'm just trying to, like, how would you combine the Lalafell naming scheme with the French? And what horrible names would it end up with?
Say all the Lalafell names in a vaguely offensive French accent.
No, yeah,
Yeah, I was
it's
about
their
to
name
say,
is. I just realized their name is. No, their name is just gonna be Wee Wee Hon Hon.
Yes, Wee Wee Hon Hon.
That is a Lalafell name.
Yes.
If there are any French listeners, we're sorry for making fun of your condition.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, hey, so funny thing, I'm not sure if it's... I have to do a fight outside of this duty. But they may have started implementing ways to tell if something's a physical attack or a magical attack.
Yes, actually, I believe they did. I saw somebody tweet about that. Yeah, they have... there should be little icons now which tell you if something is physical, magical, or unique damage.
Which actually does help a lot, because some of the mitigation you get is about magical or physical.
Yeah, that helps a lot for tanking.
Yes. It's just a nice quality of life, because now if I get hit by something, I'm like, okay, that's what I meant to do that.
Yeah, I feel like it's mostly for tanking, for just tank quality of life.
Yes,
but I'm sure that there's still... It still probably has uses other ways as well.
Yeah.
Do the shield healers also have like magic and physical based shields?
Not that I remember. Also, that's the healing class I really want them to do. Is I want them to do a heal over time class.
Aren't there some region healers?
I mean, the closest thing we have at the moment is what is it? Sage, which is a healer that heals by doing damage.
Yes.
No, that's the healer I wanted before Endwalker came out. That was the one I wanted the most, because that's... Spoiler, my favorite healer class in WoW is Discipline Priest, which is basically the same thing, where you basically cast a debuff on a target. Well, not a... It's not technically considered a debuff, but it's considered a buff, so mechanically it works, but it's basically a debuff, that whenever you hit it, all of your party members within a certain radius heal an amount for punching it.
I
Which
know
is my
he's
preferred style of healing.
I know he's on some steps, but the way he looks is like he's on like just a lot. He just looks larger than all of them.
I mean, he is larger. He's fucking huge. Slafborn. And his name is Slafbjorn.
Slafbjornen. That's Shugen. But also, oh my god, I am legally allowed to make fun of as much as I want of any British, French, or Spanish people. I feel like you're just allowed to do that. Same with Americans too. We're gonna be honest.
Well, definitely, I feel like most people don't fight you about anything to do with making fun of Americans, and I say this as an American. I feel like we may have at one point have been a little more sassy about that, but not really these days. Everybody's just like, murmur, you burger, and I'm just like, yeah.
Australian people are just British with extra steps. And better food.
Yeah.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's?
We do have better food, except full Vegemite.
Well, Loth, that's not too hard of a compliment, because I just said you had better food than the British, which, I mean...
Okay.
Rocks have better food.
Hold on, run that by me again. Also, I'll fight you about that, Dallas. No, there's some British food is good. You ever had fish and chips? Proper fish and chips wrapped in a newspaper in Cornwall?
Yeah,
okay, yes,
I was very
but
underwhelmed.
I've also had a lot of other British food.
It's okay. We've all learned about Dallas's taste. I will not judge him because of his taste.
British
He already
food
has
is
scones
better
and clotted
taste as
cream.
it is.
British food is very bland.
That's one of the biggest jokes. The
I don't like American food much either, so.
Same. But that's one of the jokes the British plundered the world for all their spices, still make the blandest food in the world.
Yeah, I know.
Also, Omega,
nuts.
what's with all the hashtags for on the stream? I just realized them all.
Wait, so that the video is searchable. Duh.
Yeah.
I don't. It's still
YouTube-
relatively.
YouTube-
Also, unfortunately,
YouTube videos all do that.
there's no There was no pre-planned tag for patch 6.3 because you can't put dots in there. So I just figured I'd keep the old stuff from Heaven's Turn as well. Next week I'll probably ditch some of that stuff.
You could technically if you wanted some extra views, you could technically hashtag this WWE in Saudi Arabia.
I mean, I could, but I don't need to
lot
go
of
that
those.
far. I think we already got clicks. And streams have been doing better lately as well. It's kind of surprising. Stream views on the back end have been doing much more
That's
full-bodied.
actually kind of weird.
I mean, it's
not to be
that
mean, but
weird.
just timing wise, because isn't January usually bad?
So yeah, January's usually bad for ad rev, and I'll have to double check exactly where stats are. But I feel like I've heard several other people repeating that their real-time views for like live streams and even live stream archives have been better. So maybe YouTube is like circulating like live stream archives more.
I also feel like YouTube is just becoming a better streaming platform.
Well,
Streaming, yes,
I wouldn't say it's a
definitely.
better video platform at the moment.
Well, yeah. I'll admit this though. Like, I saw some other people actually say this. While it is unfortunate to see things kind of like filter out this way, as always with everything, everybody's like, "Oh, YouTube isn't fair," and I'm like, "Yeah, YouTube isn't fair." Usually it's the other way around, but we're small. I haven't gotten any like weird age restriction or monetization hits, and I'm sure that's because our channel is smaller. We're partnered, but we're not big, and we don't get a lot of like reviews and manual clicks and stuff. So like
YouTube...
bigger creators being hit by some of this. I mean, I'm usually pretty good about the first 15 seconds anyway, and we don't play a lot of really, really violent games. Sorry, I'm just wandering back and forth the Rolling Stones.
No, Omega, you have a good first 15 seconds if I don't say anything.
YouTube may be unfair, but would you look at Twitch's revenue splits and tell me that's a better option?
Well, no, that's usually not the fairness they mean. It's just people are like, oh, YouTube's unfair because they'll enact their policy changes without telling anybody and smack you, and then you can't do anything about it. And I think most people understand that that's universal. And I feel bad for anybody in the creative space. There's a lot of like large to middling tier creators. I would still argue while we are partnered, we're still very small on that end with only 3K subs. But like I said, I haven't felt anything from this enforcement. So some people are like, YouTube is being the stupidest place in the world. They've ruined everything. And I'm like, actually, guys, I haven't noticed anything different. None of my videos have been hit right now. Like,
currently, Wizards of the Coast is being the stupidest place in the world, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Different thing.
Different
I don't know
elements.
about that either.
Though it is still related to, somewhat related to revenue sharing.
It's related to YouTube stuff entirely. Technically, it would be related to you, although I don't think you make enough revenue for them to try and claim your videos.
Well, also, I don't
release
do
any
it. I don't
D&D
do anything with
videos.
D&D. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's and what Wizards' new policy is, or it's by Wizards of the Coast, but it's obviously Hasbro's idea because apparently Hasbro wants to grow Wizards of the Coast by 50% in one fiscal year. It's fucking stupid, is what it is.
That is stupid.
Nonsense. Fucking crazy.
You know what I don't like about Wizards of the Coast? They share the same acronym as War of the Chosen from XCOM 2, which
yeah, that
it's
is
really
that is
confusing
very,
when I see people talking about War of the
it's very funny.
WOTC, and I'm like, more War of the Chosen stuff. Come on, XCOM 2, let's go.
No, it's about Wizards of the Coast. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, the Open Gaming License has been a cornerstone of the D20 marketplace for literal years, and it hasn't been updated like ever. Like some people have tried to be like, oh, the OCL is updated before. No. It has been 1.0 this entire time. And Wizards has been planning to move it to 1.1 with some like leaked documents and some rumors and some stuff they've said. Admittedly, there's some stuff like a lot of people are like, oh, the revenue sharing, it's really weird. Yeah, they want to take like 25% of your revenue if you make 6 figures. That's not that big of a deal. But because it's revenue, not profit, it is still a little crazy. The main thing is that means that a lot of other businesses who are reliant on open gaming license stuff are just like, yeah, fuck it, we're just not gonna. I think I don't know a lot about their products, but I think it's, what are they called? I think it's Kobold Press. They've announced they're going original. They're not going to do D&D anymore. They're going to make their own fantasy game.
Yeah.
And so if Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro was trying to avoid another Paizo situation, they have absolutely shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they have literally. Yeah. No, I can only assume that this was a Hasbro decision.
Yeah.
Not because I think any like benevolence to Wizards of the Coast, but because this was the very predictable outcome from anyone that knew anything about the situation,
Yeah.
this reeks of executive putting finger in things they don't understand.
And I'm sure, like I said, they thought that the 6 figures was very reasonable, and that like, oh, of course we would. They did what Blizzard implemented with WoW Reforged, where basically like the new 1.0 is going to be like, hey, by the way, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro owns whatever you put out under the open gaming license, and we can use it whenever the fuck we feel like it, no questions asked. And so people are like, nah, fam.
Yeah, but here's the difference. Usually,
Warcraft Reforged.
As shitty as they are, Blizzard generally does not take revenue sharing from home projects like that are like homebrew weird shit. It's basically why Blizzard did that is we don't want Dota to happen again.
Yes, that's what if people don't pick up on that, that's why the Reforged version of Warcraft 3 made that note about custom game modes that Blizzard owns all of them no matter what, because
if you don't become the next Dota, we don't give a I think they actually said that in an interview. It's like, if you're not making millions of dollars, we're not actually going to care.
Yeah, and I mean it really is just because Dota did get away from them, and I think they're at least some of their money men are probably a little salty about it.
I honestly, even if I was Blizzard, with how that thing went down with Valve and everything, I'd be very salty about how that turned out.
And they'll never forget about it either.
Yeah, well, it turned into a big thing. But, like, presumably that is what Wizards of the Coast is going for with the OGL 1.1, is they're like, hey, we understand that we lost... I mean, you can argue that they lost that market share that went to Pathfinder anyway, because those people wouldn't have moved on to 4.0, but we lost a lot of our market share to Paizo and Pathfinder, who are still going strong, and also they're planning on launching a new edition, which is what's going to drive everybody to buy new books.
I don't actually think that that's the big area that they're going with it from, because here's the thing. I don't think that, like, Paizo, you're a thing. Things like that, third-party D&D supplements don't actually make that much money.
Well, it's not just that Paizo is third-party D&D. Remember, they moved to Pathfinder. They basically took over all the old 3.5
I don't think
customers.
Places like Cobalt Press make that much money. I think the people they're really going after that had a huge boom, particularly in the pandemic era, are people like Critical Role.
Oh,
because they're seeing them make hundreds of millions of
That's
dollars.
true.
Or not millions, but
That's also kind of weird because they... At least, I mean, and that's probably, again, like you said earlier, a Hasbro decision. But that is kind of weird considering that it is, they were playing Pathfinder until D&D reached out to them. So, like, they're official partners. Loth, what were you going to say as I'm clicking through this cutscene?
Just quickly, I just realized, looking at your stream, welcome to the Adventurers Guild Emissary, a man who you will never see again after these bridge quests.
You can tell he's not important because he doesn't have a fucking name. Even the weirdo people I got introduced to like do my baby quests and like Gridania and stuff had names. That guy's just like
I have to give this queer thing to a nun.
I do find it hilarious though, looking at Yugiri and just being like, oh yes, the cat ears fit around the hood. Or the hood fits around the cat ears. We've decided specifically with this in mind.
Yeah.
Man, can I get those for like my ears?
No.
Can I get a hood with fucking ear holes in it?
I mean, you probably can get a hood with ear holes in it. They
Dallas?
just make your ears stick out the top.
You can have those complaints when the Hrothgar are able to get their hats.
Do Hrothgar also not get hats?
No. Viera got hats in Endwalker, but Hrothgar haven't yet.
I mean, I'm gonna say this pretty simply. If Viera don't get hats, that's like the failure of imagination on the part of the artists, because most of the Viera classes in Final Fantasy Tactics where they're from have headwear.
As weird as it sounds, I believe it was some kind of weird engine nonsense.
Yeah, it was like a collision thing. Okay, that makes sense. Because this is a joke I worked back into Jetsukai. Fucking Viera, they're the only ones who can be red mages in Tactics Advance. They have the big conical red mage hats with the ears sticking out. They just cut slits in them.
How goes the fishing?
But the whole thing you could do, and this isn't a limitation, is what I would suggest is to have it coded so that if a Viera is wearing the armor, it displays differently.
And that is probably what they ultimately did.
I think in a way it's dealing with the spaghetti code of
like the game's been around for 10 years, yeah.
It is
12 years.
MMOs
actually,
are
honestly.
a coding nightmare.
I'm also slightly poleaxed by Thancred's analogy here.
Which is funny because she was a minor last time. Not
Yeah,
a fisher.
why are you calling her a fisher? And also, should you be saying slippery to Y'shtola? Thanker, do we have an HR meeting?
Well,
Is
no.
that a racist thing about cat people?
No, I think it's because their backstory is they're both criminals, aren't they? Yeah, no, they both were criminals.
Y'shtola, no.
Wasn't she a pirate? I could have sworn she was a pirate.
No, okay, no.
She's from
She has a
Is there
mentor,
really
I'll
movement
tell you that
from?
much.
Oh,
So she was
right, no,
trained by pirates.
Sorry,
but-
she did the whole. She disguised herself as a pirate for a while.
Which is to
Because you
say
need
the
her
Amalja
disguised
are
as a
being
pirate.
no more or less of an
I think she's the scion you meet
summoning
if you
a
start
fleet with
Limsa.
such crystals as they have
Yes.
hoarded.
Well, so sorry,
I guess
I'm
that
talking
could
about
probably
Malphite
explain why Thancred, if she's the Limsa one, why Thancred used a nautical analogy. Even though, as Luff brought up, when we last saw her, she was undercover as a minor.
Well, no, I can tell you that Thancred legitimately met her when she was undercover as a pirate, trying to meet Louis Swab, if I remember correctly.
Then
Yeah,
we
you meet her
have
on a
our
boat.
explanation.
I don't remember if she was a pirate exactly, but she was on a
Your
boat.
explanation for what? Pray tell.
Thancred straight up tried to pickpocket Louis
For the
Swab, which was
recent
very funny.
spate of crystal thefts
And then
in
Louis
Thailand,
Swab went, hey, you're
we
cool. Come
naturally
in.
assume
I
that
was
the
like,
trail would lead
"Hello,
us back
young
to
boy.
the
I see you are
Amalja.
trying to steal from me.
Do you
Well,
want to
now
get a
you're mine
cool
now.
neck
I own
tattoo?
you now.
No, it is you're being adopted. Do not resist.
Forcible
Do
adoption.
you want a sick neck tattoo?
Yet it did not.
Okay, look,
It led us
Caesar.
across the sea
You
unto
could say
Vilgund.
that, but Y'shtola technically has a
Vilgund.
sister, so I don't think it works that way. Unless
Sorry. So people, if you're not paying attention to the live chat, for context there, Caesar said that he's not convinced that Y'shtola's master didn't just make her from a regular cat. But yes, she does have a sister. I've heard mention of this character.
Okay, but what if both of
There
them were
have
made
been
from regular
reports of
cats?
increased
I
Sahagan
believe it.
activity of late.
and
What
I
if that's
think
how all
that-
Makote are
They
secretly
mean to
made?
summon Leviathan?
What
Are
if
you
they're
gonna
just
say
cat homunculi?
We just
So they're
throw
basically just
magic at
Khajiit?
cats.
Yeah, but they don't have as much cool lunar cycle shit. I'm sorry.
Here we
Can I
go!
just say? Like,
Yes,
as
she's
much as
mentioned
I
the
hate
word
Skyrim,
Leviathan.
Khajiit are my
That's the way
favorite
of it,
lore-wise
I fear.
race, just because they're so interesting.
But
They
Dallas,
can be
do they have wares if you have coin?
Yeah. Well, it's just they're completely
Whilst conducting our
biologically different
investigation
depending
on
on
behalf
when
of the
they're
mineral
born under the
concern,
moon.
Yes,
became
I.
evidence
It makes no sense, but I
indicating
love
the
it.
I mean,
certain
Elder
reasons-
Scrolls in general has a lot of fucking crazy lore, like that I assume the old writers just wrote because they were like, there's no way we'll ever have to graphically figure out what the fuck this means, and now we're at like Elder Scrolls 6 is being designed, and
I
people are
want
like,
Elder
woo,
Scrolls
Black
7 to be
Marsh.
in Elsewhere so much.
Is it actually Black Marsh's 6? I don't fucking remember. Did they give
No,
us a subtitle?
6 is the Wood Elf place.
Where are we going? Elsewhere. Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, like it's like depending on where you're born, you're either a normal-sized
the
cat with human
maelstrom, I was able to
intelligence,
verify
a cat
my
person, or a
suspicions.
saber-toothed
It
tiger.
is only a matter of time before
Why?
Leviathan returns
Fuck
to
if I
harrow
know.
the seas.
All right, they're bringing Leviathan
But
back.
there is more.
Yeah, no,
It's
I love
time.
One of the Sahagan, an elder by
Speaking
my
of
judgment,
pirates and captains.
spoke of attaining
it. Yeah, no, this quest is fun.
Ugh.
Oh shit, we're all getting a flashback. Fuck.
My leg. Where the fuck is the queer nun?
Also,
Nice
I
flashback.
cannot hope to assume that
Such
the
a
internet
disturbance
is,
in
you know,
ether.
not weird about that sound that
If I did not know
Minfilia just
better,
made.
I should think this device defective.
The internet is. I mean, I don't want to catch too many stones, but the internet is very weird about a lot of the Final Fantasy XIV characters.
And there is the
As-
explanation.
No, that's yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like, what?
That
what
guy
the
has a
fuck do you
crab on his
expect?
head.
Like,
Soon it shall begin.
well, people are too
Sahagin
damn
fashion, my
hard.
man.
Lord shall rise
Yo, he's got that
surging
Zahugan drip.
waves to wash away the finless one.
Fuck you.
So who got these nuts?
How? He literally can't see. How does he do anything?
And with the emissary
Wait, no, hold on. I think I saw him
imagine
blink. I can't see his eyes, just barely.
shall I know north
Don't worry.
A final. It's that meme. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
He can see somehow. Just don't question it.
Well, I see his eyes blinking under the hat, so it's just the same as my visor, which is why I made the joke about our battle.
Whence comes this promise? of
Anyway,
immortality?
it would be concerning if you saw some of the words he mentioned.
We have
Yeah, he's
outstayed
talking
our
about
welcome.
eternity and the bad shit.
An emissary.
Yeah. We need to get the fuck out.
I'm sorry, every time I see this NPC's name pop out, I get Lord of the Rings flashbacks. They named him fucking Isambard.
Yeah.
It's a decent name.
Oh, yeah. Is he the old adventurer man?
Knowledge.
He's just a dude in Dry Bones.
I like. I mean, it's better with
Oh,
colorful
that's-
storytelling. I just want to say, I love how the Echo is just like exists to cut off my friends now. Like, I just run into my compatriots and they're like, "You'll never believe what I saw," and then I'm just like, hold on, I'm getting a migraine.
No,
Okay, I saw what you saw.
God, do you think the Scions ever your character could ever just do that to like blow off someone? It's like, oh no, I'm getting a vision from Eidolon. This is gonna take a while. Maybe you should like go.
Thancred is like, "Hey, you want to go get drinks later?" I'm like, "Hold on, Thancred, I'm getting an echo. I need to think, feel, hear, somewhere else. Bye." Just teleport. Actually, do you think the Warrior of Light ever just teleports away from the Scions when they start an awkward conversation?
Yes, I'm. How I roleplayed my last character, definitely.
Like
She didn't
Alphino
teleport,
rolls
she
up
just-
and is like,
she just loudly left.
it's just like, "Hey, I need you to go buy me beer because I'm too young," and you're just like, "No, bye." Smoke bomb. I'm trying to think what awkward conversations with Alphino would you have, because I know we have
Alphino's
them.
very awkward.
I wouldn't say awkward, but he tried to tell you all about politics.
He would. That's right. That's what it would
See,
be.
I'd
He would
be
try to
interested
be
in that
like,
shit.
"I read in a book once somewhere about this cool thing," and you would be like, "Alphino, I literally do not care. I'm
No,
gonna
the
go
two
teleport."
characters that I would have the most like I need to escape from is Minfilia because she'd try and make me do
You shared
paperwork,
that vision,
and I
did
wouldn't.
you not?
And Arianje, because as much as I love him, he would just start talking about esoteric weird shit, and I'd be like,
Even before the
dude, I'm not high enough for
mention
this
of the element,
No,
conversation.
it's
I
tell,
recognized
tell me
Oedipus's
your
words.
magic. Keep
He
saying your
is
magic words,
behind
magic
this.
man.
Minfilia, how do we know Oedipus's name? Wasn't that in a cutscene that wasn't a vision?
Wait,
But surely it is not within his
didn't he?
power to grant
Look, I
the
don't
echo.
remember.
Did he? I don't remember him telling me my name. I thought I only knew his
He might
name
have-
because we saw it in a cutscene.
Did he say it to her?
I don't think he did, because he was, when I spoke to him, that was in my echo, so I should have seen him say that.
Right? Isn't this where I get kidnapped?
Oh
and
my
sacrificed to
god,
a
that's
god?
adorable. They've
Unless
now
we act
added a
swiftly,
thing where you get to
Leviathan
see
will
party
rise
members'
again.
portraits
The Admiral has already requested that we
from
intervene
with
to
the
prevent
portrait viewer
this.
thing.
Failing that,
She will have our full
I
cooperation.
have to wear a beret.
Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa.
I'm
Beret
sure
does
that
not
you
do
can.
anything.
You will easily be able to take "Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa" out of context. Internet. Just clip that one. Put that everywhere.
Internet, y'all are nasty.
mean to
Yeah,
play a
combine
part
it
in
with
this mission.
the fucking chat log of
Tataru,
Limsa.
pray, take charge in my absence.
Oh, you're gonna leave the house?
My lady, are you
Even
sure
Thancred
this
is
is
stunned.
wise?
I am aware of the risks.
Oh my
But there
god,
is
are you
something I
going to do
must
that
see with
mythical
my
thing
own
and
eyes.
touch grass?
The true
I mean, she's wearing
nature of the
gloves,
echo.
so.
Very
Don't
well.
worry, my
I
midriff
shall
will
not
protect
stand
me.
in your way.
Yeah, I'm just realizing
On the
I've
condition
never
that you
really
let me
studied
to accompany
Minfilia's
you as
outfit
bodyguard.
closely before. I've mostly just been bamboozled by her belly button. But, like, what's really weird about her outfit is that almost everything else on her body is covered except the midriff. Like, she's
Yes.
wearing full-length gloves. She's got a tall neck. There's a little bit of a cutout for, like, the upper chest there.
Yeah,
And obviously
I don't
she's
think
wearing
her
a top.
costume is sexualized. I just think it's weird.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, I don't think she's dressed sexy, because, like I said, she's wearing a floor-length skirt, which is, like, attached to the outside of her pants, because she's wearing pants.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
right.
you agree? Do you not know about primals? Oh, shit.
A
No.
godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn
Yeah,
to
hey,
defend
did you
their
know that you decided to roll up to God Killer HQ?
Yeah.
That's us. We punch gods. Yugri is like, what the fuck? Let me out of this place.
I see.
I mean, technically, didn't you
Know
not?
then that
We
I'm
didn't
learned in
technically
the
actually
arts of
kill any of them.
In return for
Well,
the
it's
kindness
true.
you
They
have
don't
shown
die,
me,
but we did beat their
I would lend
corporeal
you my
asses
blade.
and send them back to
Well,
their home
no,
dimension.
because didn't the giant mecha robot kill that one?
Okay, Dallas is misremembering things once again.
It's true. No.
I swear,
Ultima
no,
did
Yumino
eat Garuda,
ate
but
Garuda.
yes, we didn't actually get to clap Garuda's cheeks. But we definitely mandatorily must beat up Ifrit and Titan before that because they get summoned again in that story sequence.
No, I was just talking about Garuda. I 100% remember the giant robot man eating it.
Yes, Ultimate Weapon does just eat
When
Garuda.
contending with a primal, one can
Yeah,
never
it just
have
goes
too many
technically he
allies.
absorbs the power,
If
and
you
then
crave a more
afterwards it's
intimate
like, okay, it's
understanding
released,
of the
it's
problems
basically
facing
dead.
Eorzea.
Okay, guys, I understand that she's cool and all, but don't we have this thing with our with mind control and the primals? Should we take a rando along with us?
Well, it hasn't been summoned yet. It's specifically we're trying to stop the summoning.
Oh, okay. We won't though. I've been doing this long enough that we. Whoa, okay. I'm losing connection. That was weird. All right, I'm back. That was very, very oddball. I saw the disconnecting icon for a hot second. But I've played enough Final Fantasy XIV to understand, even if I didn't know because of the memes that Leviathan is a boss, I would know we're not gonna stop him. We never stop the primals from being summoned.
No.
That's just not how this works.
I am vagrant.
The sea also rises.
Yeah, you made a noise, Dallas, and that's immediately what came to my mind.
2.5. Let's go.
It's either that or the Murloc noise.
Shit. I know Lucky says he's been tired lately, but I also have been getting my fucking ass kicked with tiredness. I'm very sleepy already.
Oh no.
Let me at least work so that this is definitely... Because I'm pretty sure this will turn into a thing. Let's try and unlock all the stuff. I might have to switch down and go back to Hildebrand stuff to wrap out the stream.
Okay, Thancred, now we can enact your genius plan to get us kidnapped. And nothing will go wrong here.
Now I need to speak to the commander, which is... Where's that elevator? Don't zoom in too far.
Oh.
It's over there.
Yeah. It ain't far from where you are.
No, it's right here. I figured it out. It's just my sense of direction is bad, and also, like I said, I'm feeling my brain juice slipping, so it's like hard to keep focus. Anyway, hey boss, I'm here.
I think my goal is to just beat Ifrit, and then I will be done with my Final Fantasy tonight.
Where the fuck did you four guys come from?
Don't worry about it.
Out of your pocket, like in most RPGs.
I mean, it's true. It is a Final Fantasy game. They're just stacked
It was
up on
behind
the
the convenient scene transition.
What is the FF7 abridged thing where they just hear a slurp noise?
Yeah,
when
they just
come
make
out?
a noise when they come in and go out.
Please don't tell us.
Okay. I will piss on the fucking moon.
When did you become Eggman?
I don't know where that comes from, but I love it.
Guys, you got to look at this party shot here. So we've got me, and then you've got Y'shtola, Yugri, and Thancred, and then there's Minfilia, and it's like some of these things are not like the others. It's so funny. It's so funny how Thancred and Y'shtola just dress like regular people. Like, look at Thancred's comfy ass sleeves.
Bamboozled by this boss fight I'm currently in the new dungeon.
Oh yeah, Omega, don't worry. I remember what happens to that one merchant guy, and you might too.
Oh yeah, now that you bring it up, yeah.
I think he's how we learned about tempering.
Yeah, he gets mind taken, and we have to shank him.
Yeah, the one with the stupid pompadour thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Ungust.
Yeah, no, he gets tempered, and it's like, well, sucks to be suck.
I mean, I feel like after you play your putting your weapon away animation of the Warrior of Light is just like, and nothing of value is lost.
I'm going to punch you to the fucking moon.
I mean, that's the expansion.
Dust making a lot of moon talk. Oh, I like how she remembers I'm still ranked in private. Fuck, I should rank up sometime.
Moon.
Commanders, camps, Skull Valleys, got it.
Speak with Minfilia of the Waking Chance. Okay, I can take this shit off.
Just teleport from
Get
here.
my pimp hat back on.
To Aleport.
Or actually, I should say, the one headgear I'm allowed to wear.
What class are you right now?
No, it's not my classes. I'm a Vieira.
No, True Facts, I guess.
I'm allowed to wear goggles.
I can safely say in the newest dungeon, there's a chance you can get killed by a Gubu.
Alright, use the teleport to the Vesper Bay tickets that I totally didn't realize were there the entire first time I played through the story.
That's average.
I mean, I wouldn't have realized it if one of you guys didn't explicitly point it out to me.
I believe it was.
I think I think it was me on the account of I didn't realize it.
I feel like that's correct.
I'm like, oh my god, don't make
Axe
my
may have
mistake.
pointed it out at a different state, but I remember Dallas being like, oh yeah, I forgot about this, so you don't either. You've got those envelopes are a thing.
Just say teleport.
Nice hat.
Blue and red is this lady's color scheme.
It's a good color scheme.
Look, I'll say it right now. Limsa has the best drip. Like, most of them look like shit in Limsa, but when they get drippy, they get drippy.
Some pretty good boots. Pretty sensible. I mean, I picked them because, one, they're pirates, two, they're red. We all know what I'm about.
We'll probably go with the sword, the bronze blades this time because they're the only good people in Ul'dah. And if I work with them enough, maybe I can convince.
The Eternal Flames.
The Eternal Flame.
The brass blades are like the quote-unquote mercenary gods of Ul'dah.
Maybe if I work with the Eternal Flame long enough, I can convince them to help me rebel against the Syndicate and murder them.
We'll just stage a military coup in Ul'dah. It's fine.
Ironically, a military coup working with the Sultan.
Well, Ul'dah is one of those like weird political schemes where like, I mean, Nanamo herself just said it in the cutscene that I did, where it's like, listen, she's got
monarchy.
Yeah, she's got some authority, but not that much authority.
Yeah. But unlike most of the other people in Ul'dah, she's a good fucking person.
Okay, I'm looking for a guy who is injured.
Also, she has a personal himbo.
Love it when Nanamo sits on Raban's arm.
Yeah, her right hand is Raban. And sometimes she'll sit on his left hand arm.
This is my personal writing himbo.
But yeah, no,
I also assume that his primary role is to. He obviously has a lot going on as the Flame Commander, but in terms of Nanamo, his primary role is to just punch people Nanamo wants punched because she is a Lalafell.
Yeah, and as far as I know, not a mage or thief.
But no, I think it happened in the moment where you did the. When you went around to each of the memorial services, Nanamo literally just has old Raban pick her
Yeah.
up.
She does that a couple times. She just gets scooped up and it's just like...
She does that a lot in the... That's what happened when you rescue her crown in the Ul'dah storyline. She actually said... I think she actually pulls on Raban's ankle and is like, pick me up.
Now, you know what the funny thing is? Knowing that Nanamo is voiced by Aoyuki in Japanese.
I think she literally says, I wish to see my hero face to face. Which I imagine if you're a Lalafell is the funniest thing to say ever.
I've been very entertained by the Great Google Library.
Yes, the Great Library is a good place.
Okay, yeah, that's the one thing I can definitely tell about A Realm Reborn is it doesn't have as much of the quality of life as the other ones because it doesn't realize, hey, I've already been in the materia, dude. I don't maybe need to do this stupid fucking quest.
Nope, you still need to do it. It's also your fault for restarting to be a bun boy.
I'm worth it. I regret none of it. Genuinely.
Yeah, You still complain about it though.
Correct.
As is my God-given right.
As is your wont.
Oh, well, they're dead. They're super dead.
You're all very dead.
No, don't target that corpse. Target that angry man. Oh, he stunned me. Fuck him. How dare you stun me, sir?
Nudimix bubbly pots.
Quickly, kill all these pirates, but not too close to the fate, otherwise you'll attract the enemies in there.
Have a night.
Well, I think I got a level sync to join this fate, so.
Yes, Lord.
Oh
Not
yeah,
that
you
matters
are
that
level
much.
55.
56.
I can't
Oh,
tell.
and hey, actually, I wasn't paying attention earlier, but I did just look. You can see the little icon when I was beating up that guy.
Yep, a blue sword.
It's a blue
nice-
sword, kind of I don't know if it's more purplish or reddish for the stick for magic, and then unique is just green thing.
Yeah, blue sword, yellow, purple rod, and green, like, explosion nonsense.
Alright, I have
I love
bagged
the way
these
this
guys'
album's
corpses. Excuse me, pirates. I'm just leaving. I think it's... Yeah, I gotta return their corpses for work, so... Away! Oh, I'm in a cave, fuck. Oh, okay, here's the ceiling. Can I get up? High enough. Aha, yes! Away! Sucks to suck nerds, I can fly now! Bye! God, flying adds so much to this game.
Oh, it really does. The mount is so nice.
You cannot contain me, Grout.
I love learning the lore because it makes things make sense.
That is
It does.
usually what lore is for. I will say that, I say usually, there are some games that don't treat their lore that way. They use their lore as an excuse to make things weirder.
But sometimes that's equally entertaining, Omega.
Oh, it's usually still interesting, but...
But there are some things, I think Lucky and I have mentioned it, like, there is, like, a weird sideline quest line that, about a doll maker who came from Gridania. This motherfucker's been everywhere, and we still don't know the full story.
I'm everywhere, man.
If it's something to do with void nonsense, he's there.
Maybe he is making void children dolls.
Christ, I am
One of the last
fishback
raids
bad.
was
Dallas?
creepy void children. What?
Dallas, you are not that off.
Oh, wow,
Look,
he
when
came all
you
the way out
say
here.
doll maker in a video game, I know that goes one of two ways. Either it's an innocent and boring side quest, but because you said you meet him multiple times, I'm like, yes, I know what's happening. He's making human dolls.
We've never met him. It's only
Oh.
like diary entries of his talking about beauty.
Okay, he's definitely making creepy doll homunculi.
And also he's made a few of the minions you can get.
Yeah. No.
Each have a description about
I can tell that this part of the game was in fact written like a decade ago because Merle here just said savvy. We don't do that meme anymore.
The post game has some fucking. The post ARR stuff has some. How do I put it? Flow issues.
It still needs work.
It's not that the stories need work. It's just they're very segmented.
There's a lot of bouncing around.
Yeah, I've noticed that just in tonight. Like, we've gone all over the place like 3 or 4 times.
I think it's very clear what these were added in patches because it's like.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
There's
sorry,
a lot
Dallas.
of parallel storylines.
I can't remember which minion it is in particular, but if you examine it, it says that there's a Gridanian doll maker who made the doll, and because everyone's like, wait, this was made after he died, they checked his grave and the coffin was empty.
That's awesome.
And just every now and again, you'll just see something related to this doll master, and it's great. I love it.
This quest is called Lord of the Inferno. Nothing bad could ever happen here.
No.
Yeah, Dallas has got to go bonk Ifrit.
To be fair, that is... I'll be honest, normal Ifrit barely qualifies as a boss fight.
It's true, it really doesn't. I remember that one. It was very easy. I was like, oh, hey, it's Ifrit. Do we need to know anything? And Lucky and Loth are like, no.
Even pugging it, it's just like hard Ifrit's actually kind of fun because you have to.
What? Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. What the fuck do you mean pug?
Public group.
Public group.
Okay, that's what it meant. I didn't know what it meant.
Public group.
You've never heard? You never had Pug
means
explain to you
public
before?
group.
Yeah, it's just when you grab
No.
randos.
Yeah. I can spread my lingo.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's
Or
also...
my lingo. Universal. MMO lingo.
Yeah, I believe it's even in 14. It's probably more commonly expected. It's just I'm sure Loth has never had anybody on hand to explain it to him.
Well, yeah.
No, I am familiar with some MMO terminology, but not all.
I did definitely
Oh, that's
see
fair.
a kind of an interesting, like, talking about that, once again to plug our Highway Drama, that WoW thing I talked about earlier. This, like, discussion post on that latest raid did used pull in a broader way that I hadn't heard before. Like, not just talking about pull as in the actual, like, physical act of pulling a
No, yeah.
mobs.
Pulling is drawing aggro.
Yeah, but, like, not just in that sense, but also pulls as in, like, attempts of a boss. Like, the pull is, we actually aggro this boss and start the fight. I'm like, oh, that makes sense, but I haven't ever heard anybody use it quite that way before.
It's usually only... people only really refer to that if you're either really fucking up on a dungeon a lot of times, which people will be like, we'll get at this pull, I promise. Or if you're talking about, like, world first raids, or races and stuff. Also, a lot of podcasts to do with WoW are named something called.
Are any of them named many whelps left side?
No, but that would be my... If I were to make a podcast about raiding, it would be either that or fucking 50 DKP minus! That is still the best video on WoW on the internet. I maintain this to this day. Jesus Christ.
I think I linked you the Barney Scarab Lord video before, Dallas.
Yeah. No, that one's pretty good, but I just... as someone who experienced leading a raid, the cathartic yell of 50 DKP minus is just... I felt those emotions.
It's one of the reasons why I'm so glad FF14 rating is the way it is.
It's for 8 people? I agree. I 100% agree.
No, it's 24 man. Three groups of 8.
But they're, like, it's segmented groups. Like,
Yes.
each group worries about themselves. That's the thing.
Yes.
Mostly.
There are some mechanics that will be like, hey, this guy's firing a beam, and if your party is angled over here, it'll fire at the other party as well.
Yeah, but even then, it's more manageable. I just remember having to corral 40 idiots. And to be fair, my rotation wasn't fucking doing anything because I was a goddamn healer. So it was literally heal, jump, sometimes AoE heal, res the stupid DPS that got burned in the fire. Ridicule him mercilessly.
So long as you and your 8-man group are doing things alright, like if everyone in the 8-man group is doing alright, there should be no problems.
No,
I've
done a few Final Fantasy things.
There are some people who are just stupid.
I'll say this: the one thing I don't like about Final Fantasy dungeoning, and it's just a consequence of how it's laid out, is I don't like the attitude a lot of people have with dungeon pulling in, like, people who are obviously scaled down, when they'll pull like half the dungeon at once to speedrun it.
That is some people's problems, yes. That's why
I don't always enjoy it.
That's why usually I will ask, hey guys, if I'm tanking or healing, big pulls or small pulls?
Well, it's not that I can't handle it, it's just I don't find that very fulfilling.
Well,
when you just glue all the mobs in the dungeon into a blob and just beat them all up at once. Yeah, I understand why that happens, but hey, so Hogan's here.
That's why it's a better courtesy to ask, but some people just don't. They just assume it's the norm. That's you hear Lucky and I get upset about that sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like overall 14 has a little bit better of a reputation. If anything, like 14's like toxicity problem is almost in its positivity, where if you start talking smack about 14, some people get really, really defensive. And possibly more so than they need to be. But generally, it is a lot more of a positive experience overall. A lot of the, like, negative play experiences come from either you play with experienced players who just bum rush everything or, you know...
non-communication.
Yeah. Like, usually it's got to do with, like, people doing weird shit. And obviously you get into that joke about, you know, you don't pay my sub, like... The classic thing of just, like, people feel entitled because they pay money to play this game that, like, you don't get to call me out on anything. You don't pay for my gameplay.
I think that is, I have some great comebacks to that one. I don't know if I can say it on air, because I might get you in trouble with YouTube, but there's some really good comebacks where you don't pay my sub.
I mean, there's a lot of words I like to call people, but apparently YouTube doesn't like them, so I can't say them.
Look, just remember, sub doesn't just mean subscription.
I know, Dallas.
Well, I think that was a good enough intonation. Oh no, this Who gonna have been alerted in my presence.
Don't worry, Dallas. I had the exact same thought when I was losing about myself.
Oh yeah. That's an interesting way of calling them. Sorry, no, I'm very used to. Sorry, the you don't pay my sub thing is so. I haven't run into that much in Final Fantasy 14. But that's such a annoying thing in WoW that I'm just like have a knee-jerk reflex to that. I'm just
yeah. Honestly, it's probably a lot of the same people kind of a thing, or the same mentality kind of a thing. Like, because in general, as we said, 14 is usually like really positive and welcoming, and it's like, hey, yeah, no, listen, like, oh no, we wiped. What do? We just go again. We just do it again, buddy. Yeah. We just do the try.
Like when I was going through 14, like by myself, and was like raiding with doing dungeons with randos as a tank. I'm like, hey guys, I'm new here. Please be mindful. And some guy who would usually understand the dungeon would say, okay, cool. I'll tell you the things, don't worry about it. Or they'll be like, no, it's fine, just go at it at your pace, we'll stick with you.
No. I think I've had like one negative dungeon experience ever in this entire game. Just less, or let me present. One negative dungeon experience that was due to the players, in terms of being toxic.
I mean, I've had several bad runs, but that's because it's usually down to just as an asshole, and that's literally it.
Well, yeah. You're never going to escape it fully.
Yeah, I had that one thing where the experienced player was pulling the entire dungeon, but it was also Copper Bell Mines. I just thought it was funny because I was the healer, I was the only sprout. I did not do the last thing of saying I'm new. Like, it was just really, I just thought it was really funny to be just trying to run after them.
Ishel, I can't help you up. There's a fucking axolotl trying to murder me right now.
Kill him.
Yeah, it's like, I can't heal you. I did have that happen, and then the tank fucking died, the experienced player, and I'm like, I couldn't heal you because you're far ahead, and fucking conjurers don't get a movement ability.
Yeah, like.
I mean, in that case, that guy's gonna be like, oh, why didn't you heal me better? I'm like, well, buddy, that's because you pulled more than I knew how to heal, so that's your fuck up, not mine, actually.
And also, just look above my head. Do you see this sprout icon right here? What did you expect me to do?
The other thing I
admit, I think part of this was why we ended up going this route, other than the just Red Mage is also DPS, so like that's why I got into DPS. But I feel like playing DPS is like, I don't really like harsh anybody about it or anything like when we do dungeon runs and stuff, because I understand my job is very simple. I just have to click the buttons that are lit up in the right order and occasionally remember to like. Honestly, buffing myself is usually more about single-player content, where it's like, we need to do some more juice.
Your job is to remember mechanics. Remember that, please. For the love of God, remember that part.
Well, okay, that too. But like, because obviously then healers have to look out for me. Like, I don't want to stand in a circle or anything. But primarily, as a DPS, your role in the fight is just smash the buttons that do the damage in the right order, so that we're doing damage fast enough.
And don't die.
Yeah, and try not to die, whether that's remembering to use Bloodbath or Second Wind or whatever. But like that's it. I mean, there's still some art, like I learned from you guys, like, hey, usually remember your positionals and stuff. Usually the tank goes ahead and pulls it so the nipple of danger is pointing. Sorry, bonk my mic arm. Is pointing away from everybody, and you as the DPS slot in behind him so you're not taking any attacks anyway. Other than when, you know, I feel like almost every boss that tries to be anything in 14, even the like at the basic levels, is like programmed to every once in a while turn around and do an AoE directly behind him.
Yeah.
Like they're just programmed that way because they know players will slot firmly into their backside. But like
that's just...
it's pretty simple. I know that some of the DPSs get a little more complex with like their different bars and other nonsense you do, but for the most part, playing a DPS is fairly straightforward.
Yes.
And I've so far had a fun time doing it. Oh no, it's a Hugin behind us. Y'shtola, look out!
Tanking in 14 has been an interesting experience for me. I want to obviously try it again when I'm higher level on them, but I will say I have not enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed tanking in previous games. And I think it comes down to the two tank classes I've played at any reasonable level have played very similarly to a lot of tank classes I don't like in other games.
So Yugiri is a ninja then, huh? It's all straight up there.
Yep. Ninja.
So that is how you fight in the Far East.
I think it's a rogue.
Pick no quarrel with
Well, to be fair, you
I
literally learn if you do the ninja story, you literally learn from people from whatchamacallit.
Doma.
Yeah, Doma.
And now Thancred's like, I can do that too.
And it is extremely anime and edgy and over the top.
No, you know, my favorite part about realizing Doma is that it's technically, what is it? Final Fantasy 14 China. That's where it's located.
Yes, it is located in China, but it is Japan.
I mean, I did that by a fantasy setting as well. I just like, though, Thancred literally saw, like, you could do this once, and he's like, cool, I can do that now.
Bring him to me.
To the Aetheryte.
Yeah, let's go touch the weird, gross crystal. We got to do our #1 job, everybody. Touch giant rock.
I will crush your head between my... Do monks eventually get that as a move? Please tell me they do.
Thigh crushing?
Thigh crush.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Damn it. I want to Hurricane Rana people.
Unfortunately, probably a lot... Throws and grapples and shit like that are probably harder to pull off graphically. I imagine that they have to at least pay homage to the suplex somewhere because that's such a Final Fantasy meme. Not that you can literally suplex things, but like they have to reference it at least. Did somebody bring their gat?
Okay, duty finder. I have to go to board.
Hey, look, a gun!
Yeah, it's... Ah, and Minfilia's with her. You're also not doing anything.
Alright.
Does that guy have a fucking cutting board stuck to his arm? He does. He's using the basic bitch shield. He's just got a wooden plank.
Yeah. Quickly 3-branch and 2x4.
Okay, guys, listen. I know Minfilia is important, but if she's gonna come to the battlefield, she needs to contribute.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know.
Isn't she like a healer?
Her profession before was... Actually, I don't know if it's been revealed yet. I forgot.
She doesn't carry a weapon, so there's no clues.
Well, it's something wiggity and magical.
Oh, I'm sure it's gotta be.
I don't
She's
even
like
know
some
what
kind of
class she is,
priestess.
honestly.
Shit, they're summoning.
Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
How the fuck does this guy know how to rhyme?
Do you feel that?
Fish rhyme.
I don't need to feel it, I see it. The crystal is glowing. It's bad. Why am I just standing here? Also, Y'shtola, aren't you magical? Can't you, like, blow them all up? I don't have a lot of AoEs, okay? I guess I could Dragonfire dive them.
I know this sensation.
I think Y'shtola is still pretending she isn't a wizard at this point.
I mean, she's only got a scraggly stick, so I assume she has to do something.
Apparently a conjurer.
Right, no, she does admit she's a wizard, I forgot.
Thank you for doing that now. You should have done that earlier. Just shot him in the neck.
Look, Thancred is the only one that is very consistent on what he is through everything. He is a rogue. He's the roguiest rogue to rogue.
Yeah, sure.
No, I know he gets another class later, but...
Oh, okay. This is trippy.
The headgear comes with them!
It's a vital part of his reincarnation.
Strike.
Maybe that's just his face bones.
mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial. I offer unto you this frail...
Trust me, I've gotten spoiled on what Thancred's eventual class is. Due to some fan art.
That fan art and also just the trailer for that expansion.
That's true. I didn't know that was Thancred though, because I couldn't tell, but...
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Die, damn
Because they look a little better than that.
I don't know, I like his original 14
I appreciate the
Wait, I
Admiral.
just realized that they just reused the same animation of him pulling up the gun and shooting.
Yeah. So anyway, I started blasting. Oh my god, I forgot that it makes the fucking night vision goggle noises like fucking Tom
Alright, I
Clancy.
forgot it. Frieda's just Satan in this game. Or technically a Balrog, but...
Anyway, they summon Leviathan. There he is.
I strike at thee, flame of Uldoon. You shall not pass this place.
Heavens.
There he is. He's here.
Oh,
damn it all!
Sorry, I'm reacting to main story stuff over here. Sorry. It's okay. I should have
separate things.
Yeah, no, I'm doing patch content. Oh, hey, look, it's
It's your boy, Leviathan. I think he's eating
Oh,
the
yeah,
priest.
yeah, Leviathan's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
Snack.
look, that is the one thing that is very consistent. Summoning a primal usually never goes well.
I love it. It's like, I've got immortality, and Leviathan's like...
You cannot touch me, flame of Uldoon.
Leviathan's
I
just
have
like...
the fires of Aeon.
I don't know, what in the fucking ocean? Minfilia, why do you ask these questions?
What are those?
What say you? Nary a single ship. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates.
It's been like 5 seconds. Did he literally sink all our boats? Fuck. Leviathan ain't nothing to fuck with.
So we are tempered. I don't actually confirm this to me if it's
Leviathan
been
wastes
confirmed,
no
but
time.
there's no way we're
The
not
Treasury
actually just
Squadron
tempered
is
by
lost.
Hydaelyn.
Yeah. Craft your theories all you want, my man.
I mean, it's an interesting concept, not because, you know, Dallas has gotten farther than me, but isn't as far right now. It certainly seems like it's a way you could do it, but I feel
have you
like...
gotten to the Leviathan fight?
Not quite to that fight.
Because that's as far as I got in the story.
But yeah, we're pretty much there. Leviathan has just gotten up, so we're about to unlock that one, yeah.
But it's just like, that's the only thing that Echo makes sense is as a form of tempering, just not as mind control.
I mean, I don't know... The thing is, I don't know if Hydaelyn's supposed to be the same kind of thing as the Primals, is the question.
That's true.
Because, like, as evidenced by, well, probably slightly spoilery, the way that some of the new content works for these raids with these people who are named after these, you know, gods and stuff, which, what's his face? Gaius did a lot of yelling about how, oh, why don't your gods show up and do shit? Well, I mean, it took them several years, but
fuck around and find out.
Apparently, they have finally showed up in some form, or maybe we go to them. I don't fucking understand the context yet, but their names are here, so they're here now. Yes. They're in the game. So I don't know if they're supposed like if all of them are supposed to be the same level or type of creature,
well,
and I guess we'll see.
Because, like, just what I remember from the story and what I just saw right now, not everyone who's tempered is, like, a mindless slave zombie.
But that's how it mostly goes.
Yeah, most
no,
of them
because there are people that are, like, no, they're still serving them, but they're not, like, yes, master, burger.
Well, I think there are...
the whole Imhotep.
Yeah, they're not Imhotep.
Well, so there are also still, I think part of it is that there are still parts of the Beastmen tribes who are loyal to the Primals who aren't tempered. They're just like that, so they seem more functional. I don't know if a lot of people who are tempered are like that, but I guess it's different. Anyway.
If you do some of the Beast Tribe quests, you can see some of these, some of the inner workings of them and how they work.
And they're actually very good. I would recommend doing a Beast Tribe quest line if you can. Specifically, I personally would recommend the fish people.
Yeah, the Sahagin one is actually pretty good.
From a story standpoint, that one was pretty strong, right?
I love it's like, yeah, welcome to the Exfil Beast Tribe. What do you guys do? We love to craft.
The kobold one is funny, but it's not as well written.
I just like the Almirage one because it is the whole. Yep, we don't play for this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. A guy shows up and says, "Hey, you're the guy who killed Ifrit." cool. Come in.
The Amaja and the Sahagin ones definitely feel like they were the most serious and like thought out. Whereas the Kobold one is definitely comic relief, and the Ixal one is just weird.
I like the Ixal one.
I mean, the Ixal one makes sense if you think about it.
It does.
I'm still going to the Sylph one right now.
The Sylph one is very good too. I like the Sylph a
There
lot.
used to be a hamlet.
I haven't really
South
got far with
Highgate,
the
Western
AR,
Lanosha.
these tribes.
Hearthstone.
I've done
Like,
nominal.
oh hey,
Many years prior,
the
the
Sylph
mills
becomes
were
shiny
found.
when they get tempered.
Leviathan rose
Uh,
from the briny
no, they changed
depths
colors.
and set, but
Yeah,
when the
shiny.
blast
I was making a
came
shiny
next,
Pokemon joke.
This time
Oh,
in the
right,
wake
okay.
Because
of
the Sylph do
calamity,
look like
they were
Pokemon.
not so
They
fortunate.
do kind of.
Weary of ravaging our shoreline,
Compared to the
he
rest of the
summoned
beast
a
tribes.
tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone.
Like all of them are
The
these
area
vaguely
was
humanoid
subsequently
bestial
occupied by the
creatures.
Sahagin.
Okay, so Leviathan leveled the city. Cool.
Yeah.
Aye,
He
the
can make limbs go
thrice-damned
poof.
creatures transformed it.
Tancred does anime
Given the
rogue kunai
quantity
throw
of crystals
jutsu.
stolen to
and
feed him and his
dead.
legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure if that sea demon is left to wreak havoc. What that
Tancred,
cannot
you should
happen.
keep investigating these things. Nothing bad will come of your
That was
investigation.
ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea
You will
is
not be
Leviathan's
taken over
uncontested
again by
domain.
some weird Asian.
No mind control.
Which is
allowed.
also, again, separate from the primal
have
tempering,
read
because
the
normally we're
Master
immune to that.
Thancred.
But I guess if you put a dark crystal in your back pocket,
Ships
the
may as
demons
well
get
have
in.
been
But the thing is,
bloody
are
pleasure barges for all
are
the
you
good they
immune to
did.
it? Because Tancred doesn't have the echo.
Is there no way that we might strike back?
Yeah,
As far as I know.
You are the only one there besides Minfilia who has the echo.
You
Oh,
and
okay, so we
Melfi-
regularly
Melfi are
send
the
people
only
in
ones.
to do all the bullshit. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a little
no.
unclear before. You
No,
being
the only two that have
added to the
echo is
posse
you and
makes sense.
Minfilia. And maybe Ariane J. I mean, he doesn't say it, but
No.
there's something up with
Lured him
him.
into an inlet.
No, he does not have the echo. He's just very learned.
He's just very
Yeah, that makes-
weird.
he's like way more connected to the primals than anyone else. That's why I
Because
thought.
he's very learned.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
He likes
I love Ariane
he likes
J.
studying.
If
He
I
likes
may.
he's a nerd.
Nerd.
Speak freely, Marshal.
Oh, Thancred's 32?
By all
Jesus.
accounts, Leviathan's most formidable
Yeah?
weapon is the very sea
It's been
itself.
5 years since
Waves.
1.0, and
This,
who
in
knows how long
effect, is what the
it's,
company of
1.0
heroes
took.
achieved with their
That's true.
ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time.
I would
But
assume
what
the
if we could
oldest is
weaken his
probably
hold?
now.
Yes,
think
no,
yes.
no doubtedly he is the oldest amongst
If
the
mounted upon a
pupils
ship.
of Louis Soir.
Or maybe
Of
Ida,
course.
because...
Sid built
How
a
old
similar
is-
device to grant
Oh, they
him
just
Oh
don't
no,
know.
we gotta
Age
fuck with
unknown.
the
Brutus Tempest,
fuck with
did
the
he not?
crystals again.
Yep.
Begging your pardon, my lady.
Oh, right,
But to be
Nero, I
credited-
forgot you existed.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it
We don't
works.
talk about Nero for the
Beg
moment.
the specific. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern.
And,
Piercing Garuda's defenses is
Julia,
one thing.
or Livia,
Addressing-
Livia
In
Sasshunius.
matters of science,
The one
I
who
am
killed
as
our
a
Cabbage
babbling.
Patch
The
friend.
question being,
Yeah.
do we have a ship
That's
big
okay.
enough
I
to bear
clapped her
such a
cheeks for that.
burden?
Mecha Chef Armor Lady.
And then the guy who's clearly a rogue and
Mayhap
who's
not,
loyally
Admiral.
serving under. a
And then
guy.
Darth Vader.
Might. Recall you that
Yeah,
by
Gaius.
your
I will never
you
not
might
call
attempt
Gaius
to
Darth
repeat the
Vader.
trick.
Fair.
gods
I'm
know
not gonna
it will be
argue on
quicker
with
than-
you on that one. He does have a nice
Miss
voice.
Beard did this. Truly, Marshal.
Such
Upon the subject
devastation.
of the Pirate King, you
Such devastation. We all know the memes.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close
so
and
funny
constant
thing is,
proximity to the target. To wit, we
This
must lash our twin
Admiral Second in
vessel
Command
to
is talking about
Leviathan.
like, oh yes, this famous pirate Mistbeard did this similar maneuver back in the day. We
This
can
in
probably use
itself
that
will
thing.
be
And
no small feat.
I'm not sure if we'll
Ramming
get you
speed
through
will
the
be
dungeons
required.
because there are some
But given
side
a
dungeons,
weight-
but it's very clearly obvious this guy is Mistbeard. He just hung up the mantle.
Oh, he's Miss Beard? Okay, that makes more sense than what I
Suffice
thought
it
they
to
were
say,
going for.
the task of piloting said vessel will
I thought they were implying Meryl was
will
Miss
be
Beard.
dangerous for.
No, it's implied that he's Mistbeard, has hung up the thing, and he's like, don't tell Melweb, even though it's pretty obvious
Assemble
she
the remnants of the
outright
fleet
probably
already
knows
dead.
it's him. It's weird.
Give priority.
Apologies if that was felt like a spoiler, but
Not really, because I
I'm
don't have
not
any
sure
context for
how
that
many
yet.
side
Come
I'm
on.
not sure how many side dungeons we'll get or make it through, because he
At
seems to
once,
only
sir.
play this weekly.
Well, yeah.
I've just been bequeathed a very important shield.
And then
Okay,
there
you
is the
are
small
speeding
map.
through, and careful of how much you say. I will
Yes,
fucking
sir.
kill you,
Yes, sir.
Crystallite.
Yes, sir.
He can't do any mod powers, so he has to just kill you.
Huh, your stole is also 32.
Interesting. Because I guess that would have, in 1.0, made them all, you know, in their late 20s. Fuck your
Everyone's done some growing up. Okay, I see what Lucky was talking about. Earlier on, Lucky was like, man, I don't get to hang out with this NPC. Cut to them sitting on a bench. I'm like, okay, I see it. Even though it's not technically an NPC you can interact with.
I think I have to do the Onion People quest next. I think that's part of the main story. maybe go after the Waking
Yes, I
Sands,
believe the
think.
sylphs are after Ifrit.
I think it goes Ifrit, Onion People, Kobolds. Oh god, the Kobold
Well,
quest.
yeah. So, I mean, it's much more about Titan. You don't. That's. I think that was one of my main problems with the Titan arc is you barely interact with the kobolds themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Don't get
great
to
fetch
learn their
questioning.
side of the story.
And then it's racist people in the snow. Right? Is it snow racism after Titan?
Yeah, because it's Garuda after Titan, but there's a lot of other stuff going
Well,
on.
no, because there's a lot of Ishgard stuff,
No,
and then it's
Titan. Titan, the Waking Sand sacking.
But is
then
Ishgard
getting-
before Sid or after Sid? I think it's
After.
before Sid.
No, it's after.
Yeah, because you're only there because that's where the Enterprise is.
Right. So yeah, it's Sid, then snow racism, then Garuda, then going to the new adventure hub, then the finale.
Get the game back together again.
Yeah. So I'm 1/6 of the way down.
You still got a while to go.
Although some of the Sylph storyline's not that long. As much as I complain about it because of how stupid it is, the Titan storyline's not that long.
Well,
No, but it
they
feels
fixed
longer.
It used to be longer.
No, it feels longer because of how inane it is.
Well, yeah, that's what I was
Dallas,
saying.
It
Yeah.
used to be you met the person at the area, do 5 to 7 quests for them.
No, I know.
It's still, even in the shorter version, it still feels longer, I think, than other parts of AAR because it is just kind of weird and fetch questy, yeah. Because
I
like
think the part that, to me, the part that feels the longest is definitely the Sid waking up arc.
we just spent a lot of time fucking around, like waking up Sid and going back and forth, and then going to Ishgard to find his fucking skyboat.
Having to save Biggs and Wedge in the snow.
That's a Star Wars reference, right? I'm not crazy.
I mean, the names absolutely are, yes.
Yeah.
They've always been that way. Biggs and Wedge are recurring names, along with Sid.
Yeah.
Sid is not a Star
they,
Wars
they
reference.
love that.
Keep coming back.
Oh, I just had the dumbest thought in my head.
Oh, no.
Yes, you must talk to a man who knows about how to fight Leviathan.
No.
Go in there, Omega. What's wrong?
No.
Do
I just
you
feel like as
remember?
I approach this building, I'm just like, no.
I was done with you. I killed you.
Thou must talk to Shrek.
God, this character. If there's one character that made me wish there was a dark side option.
this poor Storm Private had to do the same bullshit. Ah. Leather Daddy jump scare.
Look, if that's not a leather daddy. I know what character you're talking
Why
about.
does he have the leopard print though?
I mean, they
That's
know
like
they know what they're doing with the leopard print.
Oh no, they're definitely doing. I don't know what that is. That's like a fucking 80s letter. That's like a bad. What's that fucking actor?
I mean,
did a bunch of Italian movies.
In Japan, the leopard print is it's usually associated with like a lot of like weird, slightly out of date, but like it's a coded for like default like, oh, this character thinks they're sexy. They wear leopard print. I think it is about like 80s pop culture and like bubble era stuff.
Yeah, no, it's very 80s. It's what's his name? It's not Bruce. I keep thinking Bruce Campbell. It sounds like that, but it's not. Burt Reynolds. That's it. Burt Reynolds is what I was looking for.
Also, yes, he did just call it Leviabetus.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Tied him up in knots, huh?
Diabetes.
Sup, I'm here. I've killed infinitely more primals than this guy. Ooh, what? Thank you. Thank you for immediately regretting now that I'm here. Now shut the fuck up.
Alright, forgot we mass execute people after they get tempered.
Yep. Because they're evil forever.
But he's probably even more scared because he's like, this person is gonna go defeat Titan. Actually goes and does it.
Yeah, like I said, I've beat up way more primals than this guy has. He's a big fat
beat
zero.
Up like 4 technically.
Ifrit.
I think I'm only at 3 currently.
Well, no, because King Moogle.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's right. We did just have that whole person. Good King Moogle the 12th was actually a primal? Question mark.
And we
3.5. 3.5 is a good.
3.5. That's fair. Listen, this guy's still at 0. We'll take 3.5.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Because even though you didn't kill Garuda, you still beat Garuda.
Yes.
The rules about what counts as a primal is a bit loosey-goosey.
And
maybe
because Omega hasn't done these.
I was about to say you might find out more if you do the course of Bahamut.
Yeah. Technically, when I did I did a side quest before this, so I had beaten up 6 primals. So I also kicked the shit out of Odin.
Oh yes, that is a side quest.
Because he had bitch and armor drops, and I was like, I want those.
Yeah, he was legitimately he was the savage back in the day.
Because I will go to the dry docks.
Beg pardons. Oh right, I have to choose my guild to join.
Well, you just say you'd go Ul'dah.
Well, yeah, I did the Stormwatch on my first character, so I was like, I'll try something different. And the Grenadian people are kind of lame, I'm not gonna lie.
Ignore the orb, it's fine.
Oh god, I'm in this fucking place again. Well, luckily, now I can fucking fly. Fuck you, verticality! Alright, you're over here. You're behind this building. Oh, hey, everybody's here. Cool.
Oh, right. Velma told them about me, I forgot. Yeah, I call the Lalafell secretary Velma. I don't know why, I just do.
The Taru?
Yeah.
It's because you're terrible with names.
Damn.
Okay. Sure, whatever.
Look, I get my entertainment somehow.
Yeah, you've got the elemental thingamajig. You know, we've almost got a raid group right here, guys. You know, we just find 2 more people. We don't need any randos.
Yeah, except the fact that they'll be tempered.
Okay, you have the stupidest salute, so I'm not joining you guys.
Which one?
The fucking Gridanian serpents. The double arm cross.
The twin adders are just dorks.
The twin adders are giant dorks. I'm sorry.
It's part of the thing of like they're obviously the least popular, so I'm just curious to see what it's like to be a part of them.
Yeah, I feel like you get a very bad impression of the Eternal Flame if you don't play the Ul'dah storyline.
But we'll do that another time because I'm sleepy, and it's.
Did you actually bust up a crime ring and beat the shit out of a Lalafell with them? It's great.
All right, so there we go.
did
We've
it.
got something cool to kick off next stream.
We get to fight the captain.
Yeah, I get to enjoy all the
You
captain
become the
names.
captain now.
So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Ugh. Sorry if I was a little sleepy there at the end, but we had fun, didn't we? So, as usual, make sure to do all the stuff. You can go back and watch yesterday's stream. It was not Fail Betrayal, but I played the new solo mode in Master Duel. It was about as much as you would expect from Mutants solo mode.
How bad were the last eps?
It's not great. The final one is you are playing a rank 8 water turbo deck where you use shit like Kaiser Sea Snake and Chillblain with the mutants, and your opponent is playing a what I can only describe as a Fairy Tale Snow turbo deck. Their whole point is to just mill a shitload of cards into their graveyard so they can make snow forever.
It
sucked.
seems like
it was
it'll
very
be
boring.
annoying but easy.
I mean, it's not. I don't want to say it's easy just because you brick a whole shitload. They do give you 3 trade-in, but 3 trade-in versus like 20 fucking level 8s you can't do anything with.
Nothing will be worse than the fucking Ghost Trick Mirror.
Oh no. They're not mirrors. They're just kind of weird decks. Anyway, you can go check out all of them on the stream. They did all that stuff. I do even play a little bit of ranked, and you can see me Labyrinth real well. Labyrinth Strongest Soldier, that's me. And also on Monday, while Lucky wasn't there, obviously, as I said, if you want to enjoy some God of War, that happened as well. Keep your eye out for other stuff going on.
Labyrinth is actually pretty good, if I remember correctly. I think it's like tier 3 deck.
It's an alright deck, but it is unfortunately not as good overall as Runic Stun or I would also say honestly it has a hard time dealing with proper builds of Branded Despia if you don't draw the right cards, because Brandeds are dumb.
Branded Despia was kind of killed a little bit though by the ban list.
Considering I'm trying to run Supreme King Pendulum Magicians, Runic and Labyrinth suck to fight.
I mean, I don't know what somebody would be doing in Labyrinth that actually causes you disruption. I guess.
Welcome.
Yeah, I guess the welcome effect to pop one could pop scales.
Immediately welcome.
Well, yeah, but that's.
And we've set these things to do another welcome.
Well, you can't do another welcome right away. Usually, it's difficult to get all your stuff out. But no, I mean that's
just go ahead, do something. I've got an answer.
I mean, that is ideally how it goes, is you get enough advantage to be up on your opponent. But honestly, that doesn't sound that different from how most decks that counter pendulums play. I know from playing against you guys in Prague, whenever I face a pendulum deck is, okay, they set the second scale, fuck him. That's when I tell him to go die. And then if he plays the third scale, that's when I'm just like, well, I guess I'm dead. He had all the gas.
The only builds of Labyrinth I really have a problem with are the ones that also just play stun.
No, I'm not playing Floodgates or anything. I'm playing technically budget Labyrinth because my pulls on the selection pack were awful. So I'm playing like weird like mini paleo package and shit like that.
Terrors of the Overroot. I hate that fucking.
No, I'm not doing any stuff like that. I'd really like to run Mirror Forces, but those are all supers or ultras. So again, it's rough on my dust. Anyway, go check out that stream if you want to see me check out Lab and stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in to Final Fantasy 14. I'll see you on stream for more next week. Though, as I said, we may or may not actually be starting from this location. We might get together and play tomorrow, and I might do some dailies and stuff, so I might be somewhere else. Ooh, don't be surprised. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Take care.
Okay.